fifth rune, the one that you needed to take back from the giant lords. So you can prove yourself to Annam the Allfather that you are willing and capable of trying to fix the ordering, or at least showing to Annam that the giants can exist in this world as long as they follow their place. With the rune in hand, you guys swing by Mirabar. You spend a little bit of time there, or a day, in this rich dwarven/human city of the north. The dragon cultists then brung the airship to you guys while you waited, and with that, you took off to the spine of the world, to the Eye of the Allfather. There you met Harshnag, who was having a nice snooze, and you've entered back through the archway to consult with the Oracle, and not before falling victim to another one of Harshnag's jokes. He's a bit of a joker, and him and Egeron, the ghost, they teamed up to play a prank on you guys. Egeron pretended to actually possess Harshnag and turn Harshnag on you, and Egeron had learned that you hadn't actually got revenge for him, and that's where we ended the session. So Harshnag and Egeron are still having a nice chuckle there. That was a good one, Egeron. He goes to slap Egeron over the shoulder, and Harshnag's hand just goes straight through him. Yeah, I could have sworn you even fooled me for a second there. I could have sworn that you were trying to possess me. Oh no, it was just part of the method of acting. Yeah, good one. And then Harshnag extends his arms out wide to you guys, and he looks down. A big smile comes over his face, and he says, "So you've got the fifth and final rune. There are still torches to be snubbed here. Ask your questions and find Annam's blessing. Then we can get this mess all fixed up. I must admit, small folk, you've impressed me. You've impressed me greatly. I didn't think you'd be back. But it's good to see you all here. I really wasn't looking forward to trekking down that mountain to go and try and recover your corpses. So that's all good and done then. And you're in good company here as well. I've heard good things about Jarek, Lord Captain. So, you know the drill. You must offer the rune to Annam and seek his divinations. These torches, the ones that you see held in the hands of me kin, they represent the charges that the Oracle have. For each question you have asked, a torch has been snubbed. There are 3 torches snubbed. That leaves 3 remaining. How many more runes do you got? 2?
Yeah, just a...
Then ask your questions wisely. And clearly. Egeron also just kind of nods, and he actually just fades away. And then Harshnag just steps back, allowing you guys to do what you must.
So, Thomas, I think that you had a good idea on a question.
That was Rend.
Was that Rend?
Rend, it was Norn. Sorry.
Norn.
Okay.
So in the center of this room, there are these glowing mithril runes that Aegeron's corpse has kind of fallen over. You're to place the rune of the giant lord in the mithril runes, and then you will seek the divination of the All-Father.
Okay, and just to clarify, King Hecton is missing, right? I mean, we did
Yep.
meet the one. Okay.
He's missing a storm giant on a rock early on when you guys had got your airship. Did fly by and ask if you guys had seen the storm giant king. And yeah, that's when you guys learn that he's missing, and you feel like this is definitely a major reason why the ordering has been broken. There's no king to keep things in order.
So, I was looking at the other questions that we had asked, and when we asked what must be done to fix the ordning, you know, go to Hecaton's court and root out the evil therein. So to kind of zero in on that question a little bit, maybe we could ask who is the traitor in King Hecaton's court? Possibly.
Sounds good. Go for it. Which one are we using? The stone one? Or wait, who's using what?
The ones we haven't used as a question yet are the stone one that we got. I think Roderick has it, and then the one from the fire giants, the
Ildrune. Yeah, you guys, is it the Ildrune? I think it's the
shield rune, or
it might be the I thought it was Ild. Anyway, it doesn't really matter which one it is. They're not consumed or anything. You just place the rune down in this mithril circle and offer it to Annam, and as a tribute, as proof that you've recovered the rune, then you can take it back. It doesn't get consumed or anything.
Alright.
So,
Let's do it.
any question you want. You've got 2 questions.
Roderick, would you mind placing the Stein rune in the...
It's always a shame to give up a Stein, but I'll do it.
Alright. When you place the rune inside the mithril circle, Aegeron's corpse is not in the middle now either. It's been moved, by the way.
It'd be a bit macabre.
Yeah, it would be. The rune in the fire giant's hand, it really starts to explode with intense heat and light. The fire in its hand, I mean, and it starts to illuminate this hexagonal chamber. And this booming voice can be heard by everyone in this room. It's a disembodied voice that comes from all around you. I am Annam the All-Father. You may ask one question.
Where is King Hecaton?
When you ask that question, there's a long pause. And Harshnag starts to scratch his head and look around. I think you broke it. The answer to that question is unknown. You may ask another question for the Oracle.
All right. Who is the traitor in King Hecaton's court?
There is a short break, and Again, Harshnag is looking around. These questions, I think you're really getting the Oracle's tongue-tied, if he even has a tongue. And then you hear the voice. He has been misled by his eldest daughter, Mirren and Nim, who covet his throne. And then the fire giant's torch is snuffed. Actually, it should be. I think they had the frost giant one snuffed, but it's the fire giant one that's snuffed now.
Did we catch those names?
Mirren and Nim. I'll give you a handout for the questions as well, like the other ones. You've got one question left.
Should I ask him what we should have for lunch today?
Well, you probably just say like rations or some shit. I think we need to ask a more meaningful question, maybe.
His eldest daughters, who covet his throne. And there are 2 torches remaining, unsnuffed. It's the frost giant one and the storm giant one.
I don't know what else to ask. What do you guys think?
Any question at all? Harshnag starts tapping his foot. I don't mean to be rude or anything, but the portal will close after an hour, and I sure as hell don't want to be trapped in here.
Alright, we'll hurry.
You could ask if there's any sympathizers for Din.
That is a very good question, actually.
Ask. Sorry, what?
If there's any sympathizers with Hecate, like, who would support him rather than his daughters.
If there's the possibility of allies, basically.
How about why did his eldest daughters mislead him? What was the reason behind it?
They covered his throne.
Covered his throne.
Yeah, they want his throne.
Oh, okay. They just want his throne, so they're just trying to unseat him, basically.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's probably the best then.
How many? Does he only have 2 daughters? You guys?
That's don't ask that question.
You guys know if he has more than 2, or does he have a son?
No, we don't. We don't know.
No one really knows much about the storm giants there. They don't really mingle with small folk. There's not really much known about them.
But does our frost giant friend right there know anything about the court?
Me? I wouldn't have a clue. Ordering, schmordering. It's just a big hierarchy and all that. Me, Harshnag? I'm a free giant. I don't kneel to any ordering. Heh.
What if we trust the Oracle? Ask him what should we know? You know, kind of open-ended that they'll ask us. They'll tell us.
I like that.
Oracle thinks we should know.
Right. I mean, okay. But there also could be somebody within the court that we could trust. We just don't know.
Yeah, either way.
How about who? Yeah, that's a good question. How about who can we trust? Just like basically what Roderick said. Any sympathizers?
He'll just say this nice guy right here.
Which guy?
Alright, so who can we...
Harshnag?
Yeah.
Who can we trust?
Me?
But in his
Hey.
he's not in the king's court.
I just want to help you get up into the eye of the Old Father and get this ordinance saved for your own sakes. Heh! If another giant comes knocking on my door, I'll smash their heads in with me axe.
Yep, he's definitely suffering the broken ordering.
I think just finding out who our allies potentially
who
could
to
be
trust,
would be a good thing. Because we'll need that for sure. we'll need to know who we can trust.
Yeah. Who can we trust in King Hecaton's court? So.
Perfect. Done.
Alright. Lily, would you please place the Scold Rune inside the circle?
Thomas, did you say you know who you can trust in the court?
Yeah, when we get there, absolutely no.
Okay, so
Who's
what's the
gonna be
question?
there?
What's the question I'm asking, guys?
Who can we trust?
I'll be there when we get there. So,
Who can we trust in King Hecaton's court?
Okay, that's what I'll do. Who can we trust in King Hecaton's?
Alright, you place the 5th rune down, and again one of these flames. This one is in the Frost Giant's hand, or the Stone Giant's hand. It wildly and sporadically expands, almost touching the ceiling, and its orange hue dances across the faces of all of these different giants: Hill, Stone, Frost, Storm, Cloud, and Fire. And you hear this booming voice. Annam, the Old Father, you may ask me one question. And that's when you ask the question.
Okay.
There's another short pause. Speak to Sarissa, his youngest daughter. She has a clue to her father's whereabouts, and she needs your help.
Well,
Nice.
that is good.
That's the best question so far.
Alright, suddenly, the flames in the torches, they all ignite once again for a brief moment. And the Allfather speaks to you guys some more. Small folk, you have proven yourselves. My children, they have become complacent. As you know, evil giant lords have abused the power that I have given them. And you have returned to me that power. Your path now will be clear. You must use the conch and travel to Hecaton's court. Before you do, you should know about my children. Speak, small folk, for I hear your every word, in whatever language You may speak. Which giant did you have the most trouble with during your encounters?
Well,
In a way,
Yeah,
the
I'm
frost giants,
yeah.
because we didn't get anything from them.
I mean, they didn't give us a lot of trouble. We just turned tail and ran.
Yeah.
The Ice Jotun. They are reavers of this land. Sometimes you must understand your enemy to truly face them. I will impart to you the knowledge of my children. Perhaps it will help you on the journey to come. Let me tell you about cloud giants.
It's the one we haven't fought. Yeah.
Yep.
They are aptly named, or at least they were at one time. When I birthed them into this world, they were to live in the clouds, but they do not anymore. They have taken to high mountains, flying castles. These castles were never to fall below the cloud levels, but now I see them. There's a scourge on this land, a terrifying sight to behold. And some of my children, I have heard, have even besieged towns by throwing rocks down, crushing your homes and livelihoods. This was never intended. No one can build these castles any longer. I have taken back that knowledge as they are undeserving. The method of their construction were lost when Astoria fell. But some of my children believe the information yet might be buried in some long-forgotten ruined library. This is why they destroy your world, looking for these secrets. I hope you can understand the motivations behind my children. Although this does not justify their actions. You may be faced with threats that you cannot overcome when dealing with my children. You must learn to use what they want against them. Do you understand, small folk, the importance of this?
How do we use what they want against them? If they're looking for hidden ruins that they think will bring back this knowledge.
Cloud giants are easily swayed with bribes. Rare magic is something that they use to find what they are looking for.
We could sell Thomas to them.
Fire giants, on the other hand, they hate dragons above all. Never reveal to one that is with cloth that you work for or with. Frost giants respect battle prowess. You must prove to them that you are capable warriors. Stone giants, they fear the god. Mentioning my name may prove to them that you are all knowing about our pantheon. And hill giants. They just like food. They are really not proud of them. Let's just forget about them.
All you gotta do is be fatter than any of.
To fight giants, small folk, you must become giant. You are worthy now. You may attune to the conch and use it to travel to King Hecaton's court. And then every single torch goes
Thank you,
out,
Elf
leaving you in a cold, dark room.
Alright, time to leave.
Yeah, let's use that portal. Let's get out of here.
That's a good point.
And there's still this shimmering curtain of light that you can step through.
So, is the conch inside this room? Or
No, we
do
haven't.
we have to leave the room? Oh, we could just use it from anywhere?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Noran's got like 3 of them.
I have
And when you step through this
Just by
portal,
rolls.
you hear like thunder. Crackling and booming as you step through. Harshnag just stretches. Ah! Well, that was exciting then, small folk.
Sure it was.
You've earned the blessing of Hanem. That's not every day that happens.
It's an honor.
It's a special day. Giants will sing about us for centuries.
Indeedy, indeedy, indeedy. So then, small folk. Is this it? Is this how? Goodbyes for now?
I suppose it is. What are your plans?
Me? I think I've done my job here. I think I might just kick back and have a little snooze at home and wait for this all to just blow over.
You don't want to see what a king's court looks like?
Me? Ha! Don't make me laugh, a king's court. No, thank you. I prefer my icy walls. That's all I need. 4 walls and a roof ahead of me. I don't need no fancy crowns and jewels and riches and whatever else them storm giants got in their high and mighty castle. Nope. The solitary life is a life for me. I don't mind jumping in and helping you small folk when you need it. But, other than that, I was quite enjoying my peacetime up in the spine of the world. I think I'll just head home there now.
It's been an honor being your friend.
I'll be happy to escort you. It must have been a treacherous journey, hiking up here by yourselves.
Did we fly this time?
I think we
I can't
Does
remember.
does Harshnag know about the?
The ship? Yeah,
Flying
you
ship?
should.
No, when he was
Oh.
here, he waited and then
We came-
the cultists
We came
were-
in our airship. No need. No need for it.
Airship? Airship?
You bet.
Ah. Well, you guys must have been doing well for yourselves to be able to purchase one of them.
Yeah, purchase is
Well-
the right word for it.
It came into our possession.
Yeah.
What?
And then it came out of our possession. crash landed, then we fixed it, and it was back in our possession.
You
Yeah,
abandoned
it's not-
it? You stole
not
it?
No,
No,
it
we
wasn't.
didn't steal
No, it was given to us.
Given?
Yes,
It came with a chauffeur as well.
as a
We've-
means of transportation
Are you
Why-
saying
why-
we've got another interest
through alliances.
helping us? Oh, why didn't you tell me? Who's our new alliance? I'd like to thank them very much.
You might not. They're dragon cultists.
He's a frost giant, so he's okay.
Dragon! Dragon cultists?
Pretty sure all giants hate dragons.
What in Adam's name are you doing? Working with
Well,
dragons?
What we
We're
must.
not working with them. They're working for us.
This is not good
kinda like-
news.
It's kind of like how the giants, frost giants, have those pet frost dragons.
No good can come about working with dragons, good or bad. They're not to be trusted. You're nothing more than pawns to them. However you see it, they're using you. I have warned you. But I'm not one to judge your methods either. You seem to
Just
approve
like-
yourself to Adam. I'm just glad I'm not working with them otherwise. Well, you do know me axe here, right? It's awfully good for cracking dragon skulls. Just thinking about dragons makes me blood boil.
I don't blame you.
Huh. I wouldn't be surprised if dragons are responsible for this whole thing. They've always been plotting against us ever since we took this world from them.
It seems just like them.
Seem quite conniving.
Heh. Well, you just watch your back and don't turn it against any dragons, I warn you.
It's good advice.
Advice that we shall follow.
Alright then, well, I guess you don't need me escorting you down the spine of the world, but I can at least walk you to the door.
Alright.
I'm kind of glad you got back here, small folk. It was getting awfully boring, snoozing away and...
Perhaps we'll come get you when it's time to fight that dragon.
Aye. Fight the dragon? Is that what you want? Oh, what I wouldn't give to just see a dragon right now. I'd take me axe and I'd just... Oh! I don't mean
Like
to
foreshadowing.
get ye boiling your blood just like me. Alright, let's get out of here. And he heaves on these massive doors.
And there's a fucking dragon.
Oh shit!
that is a big blue dragon.
When
DVD.
when Harshnag heaves these doors open, you see this enormous blue dragon, and you hear the crunch of frost under its heavy foot. As it takes a step forward, even Harshnag is so startled, he comes stumbling back, and he takes a step back as the dragon steps forward, and he is dead serious. This isn't one of my jokes, small folk. Get back behind me. Now! Get behind me! And this dragon, the great worm, she moves through these temple doors. She hisses. Harshnag yells out, "Dragon!" And the dragon looks down at Harshnag Giant! Harshnag takes another step back and he's got his great axe out. What are you doing here, dragon? This is not your place. Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, giant. I was just dropping by. I've heard this is a place where I can get information about what's happening with your loathsome kind during the ordering. Small folk. Be careful. This dragon looks deadly. Dragon! If it's giant business that you're concerned about, then your fight is with me! These small folk, they've got nothing to do with any goings-ons, and I suggest you leave them be. And Harshnag takes another step back, and the dragon takes another step forward. Oh, we don't need to fight. You just need to tell me what progress you've made in fixing the ordering. Alright, as you're looking towards the doors, Jarek, the dragon's gaze pierces you. I wouldn't try it! Anyone leave this chamber and you'll be disintegrated! I'm in charge now! So tell me, small folk, the dragon says. What progress have you made in fixing the ordering? Go on now, you can tell me.
What's the relationship between blue and red dragons? Do we know?
Evil dragons don't really like each other. They seldom work together. They have been known to work together.
And the red dragon that we, the ancient red.
Cloth.
So maybe we should name drop Cloth here. See if that does anything.
This dragon you can see here is by far the biggest and oldest dragon that you've ever seen.
Oh god.
It's an ancient blue dragon.
That's what you said about Cloth.
Ancient.
Is this not cloth?
No. Cloth is red.
Cloth is a red dragon.
I don't see color, okay? My character's not like that.
Alright, I'll describe this blue dragon. You can see from its scales that it has had many fights. It's got many scars on its hide. Its wings must span for hundreds of feet, but at the moment they're just kind of curled back next to its side. Its scales are this thick, hard blue. They're basically black. They're mostly black in many places, and there's a hum of electricity that you can hear. It's not very loud. It's just like ooh. It's a low hum. But when the dragon did threaten anyone if they leave, the hum did intensify, and you start to smell this odor of ozone and dusty air. It has these dramatic frilled ears, massive rigid horn atop its blunt head, and rows of spikes extending back from its nostrils to line its brow, with a cluster of them on its lower jaw as well, and you can start to see lightning dance around the dragon's horn. I just want to know what you know, small folk. And giant, tell me now, or I'll start disintegrating your little allies. Harshnag steps back and he holds his arms out, drawing his axe like he's getting ready to fight. Get behind me, small folk! Now! And he steps up here to the statue. The dragon just smiles and moves forward. Oh, so you'd rather fight? Don't tell the dragon nothing, small folk. We've come too far now to give up our information.
Why don't we tell him? He can't do much with it.
Yeah. No.
Harshnag says,
Not be talking.
You've got to be kidding me, right?
I don't want you to get hurt, Harshnag.
Worry about yourself.
We haven't really made any progress yet.
If you feel like if the dragon learns that these conches can potentially fix the ordning, it's going to destroy them straight away. It wants the ordning. It's a dragon. It wants the ordning to. It wants. Yeah. Dragons want to take over your world. Just as much as the giants do. So.
Just tell them Cloth won't be very happy if you harm us.
Cloth! Oh! Cloth! Oh, I'm so terrified of Cloth! He gets his magic from wands! Ha! I fought him once or twice. He's nothing but a small folk sympathizer. He doesn't have the gullet to take things by the horn. Or by the beard in some cases. And give them a little yank. Sometimes you just need to yank things into action.
Well, Your Greatness, that's what we've been trying to do. We've had, and not had much success with it. We've been running around stealing stuff from giants, trying to talk to the Allfather, but so far, we've had no change.
We did find out that the Jarl Frost Giant out in the ocean has a giant horn that'll teleport him to
the giant looks at you as if it's paying absolutely no mind as to what you say. Like, it's completely ignoring you, like your words are insignificant to it. And your words fall on deaf ears. Harshnag turns to you all, and he just whispers something under his breath. Small folk, run! And I'm going to roll initiative. Ah! He charges the giant.
Yep, time to get the fuck out of here, guys.
Yeah.
What's the range on the teleport horn?
Oh, Norin, you slow bastard.
The conch? You need to be attuned to
we
it.
gotta be attuned.
To use it.
Use it
Okay.
yet.
Well, how long does it take to attune to something?
100 rounds.
An hour. Yes. How long does rope trick last?
Alright,
An hour.
it's Dan's turn.
Which way we're running?
You could try it.
Out the doors.
Okay.
You think the exit
Doors.
would be a good idea?
So I'm gonna start heading around this. This guy here. So that's 70 feet there.
Now you run around this massive statue of Annam. You just kind of go straight underneath his stony cape.
All right, and then I have bonus action. I'll just dash for another 35, I guess. There. That's the end of my
Now
turn.
you can see the enormous doors. The blue dragon is going to take a legendary action, and as Harshnag runs up, it just smiles, and she's going to try and whoosh, whip Harshnag in the face with her tail. And that actually bounces straight off his armor as he kind of holds up his armor and shield to defend himself. Roderick.
Well, I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna start shooting arrows at the beginning of this to mess with it. So I will take a shot.
At the dragon?
Yeah.
Alright, when you shoot the dragon, Harshnag, he just says, "Fool, run!" 12 misses.
Oh, really?
Surprisingly.
I'll do another one.
That hits. The arrow.
And I would like to miss it.
Okay. The arrow doesn't really affect the dragon at all with 6 damage. Alright, it makes a wisdom save.
Yeah. DC is lower than that.
It's a 27 on its wisdom save.
Yeah. Oh, I just got an extra D8 on the damage as well, but isn't going to matter.
Roll it. If you get extra damage, roll the extra D8.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, you're right.
And then I'll use my Spirit Ambusher as well.
The dragon takes another shot. Another arrow just disappears into its massive form. Superficial wounds.
I'll try another menacing. Just probably need a better word for it. Oh, another one.
It's just practice for our next real fight.
Yeah. DC is only 14, so it'll be a fail. Oh, that'll succeed.
Yeah, it's not affected.
So then I'm going to run, let's see, 35 feet, and action surge, and cast Rope Trick.
Imrith will counterspell you.
Alright.
And when it counterspells you, you take 20 points of psychic damage.
Ouch.
And you lose spell slots. You get arcane feedback. This counterspell surges you full of the arcane weave. Not only do you get counterspelled, Imrith's the dragon's name. You don't know it now, but you'll be able to figure that out very soon.
Yeah, we'll learn it soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You lose 2 spell slots, starting from lowest and working its way up. So you lose 2 first level spell slots if you have them.
Yeah.
And the counter spell just it ruins your mind.
My spell slots messed up on my sheet somehow. Anyway.
Harshnag just says, "You're running the wrong way, fool! I can't hold it very much longer. I haven't actually done anything yet, but when I do get to turn." Alright, Harshnag just gives you a warning. Imrith, the dragon, is going to tail slap Harshnag again. With a legendary action. And poof, alright, this time it breaks through Harshnag's shield and it hits him pretty hard. Lily.
Okay, I will use my bonus action to Blade Sing. And then this dwarf is out of his mind. So I'm gonna walk over to him and try to teleport us.
Dimension door is a good idea. You can go 500 feet. Anywhere you can visualize or describe.
Down to the end of that hallway that we were ambushed by the barbarian.
Okay, I'll see. You might be able to. So just the end of the hall, or like outside?
Can I get all the way to the ship?
The ship? You should be able to.
Wow, cool. Then we'll do that.
All right, you
Sometimes I forget how far of a teleport that is.
All right, you visualize the ship, and the spell fails. It's not within 500 feet anymore, and Yeah, you don't take any force damage, but the spell fails to teleport you. You feel like when they saw the dragon, they probably gave it a wide berth, if it hasn't been destroyed already.
Did I say the ship or by the ship?
Ship.
Ship, you did say ship.
You tried to visualize the ship. So it fails. And you don't take force damage, so it means that the ship is no longer in that location. Alright, the dragon, it just kind of smirks. Your little arrows are meaningless. And it'll open its mouth and it'll just start off with its lightning breath. And it's 10 feet wide.
Oh no.
And 120 feet long. And this room is being super slow. On Roll20. I think you might be safe, Norin. Oh, that's the wrong one. Maybe not. It's kind of just going for Roderick, to be honest. But yeah, actually, I think you might end up being collateral damage. This map is being like super slow for some reason. Must just be some dynamic lighting and stuff.
I'll be doing an absorb elements on that, I think.
I'm just trying to put the template down. It's being like so slow and laggy. It'll keep going, so it'll be. Oh, it might even hit. Might hit Jarek. I think it might just miss Jarek. I need to see the template if it ever decides to load up. Alright, you're good, Jarek and Thomas. Alright, Roderick, Norin, and Harshnag. Oh, Thomas.
You have to move it up one.
You are. Oh yes.
Hit me.
Yeah, you're good.
Thomas will use that.
Alright, so it goes like that. The ancient blue dragon just angles that lightning bolt straight down, or its breath weapon. So Norin, Roderick, and Harshnag need to make dexterity saves.
If the DC is higher than 20, I fail. I can't get higher than a 20.
It is. Yeah. Yeah, even with cover, actually, Norin, you would have cover.
I mean, yeah. Not even close.
Alright, you take 92 lightning damage, Norin.
Oh my god. Guess how many hit points I have in total?
91.
92. That hits me exactly down. That's so...
Harshnag uses a legendary resistance to succeed. And,
one of those two.
yeah, it still hurt. It hits Harshnag pretty hard, and you don't think Harshnag's going to be able to take too many more of these. Roderick, you absorb elements, and you reduce the damage down to 46. The lightning bolt hits this statue, and 92 damage. It's not enough to destroy the statue, but it does do substantial damage to it. And chunks of rock just fly out everywhere. And then it just burns a hole through the ground, kind of defrosting it. And then Harshnag just yells again, "Run!" Alright, that's the dragon's turn.
16d10 ain't no bitch.
Rend.
Alright, you said we can go under the statue there?
Most of it, yeah.
Or we gotta go around?
Like, you can go under, like, the parts of the cowl, the cape. It's like elevated about 20 feet above the ground. The statue itself's like over 100 feet tall.
I guess I'll just bonus for another 40. To there. I thought that's right there. And I'm actually. I'm gonna raise just in case it's right.
Okay.
Oh. I just forgot about. I forgot. I'm actually attuned to a ring of
Yeah.
lightning resistance.
Yeah, I was
completely
gonna
forgot
say.
about that.
Good thing you remembered. You'll take 46 damage instead. If you
can't
ever
remember if you're unconscious though, so
if you ever need it, now is a good time to need
Yeah,
it.
it's a good time to have it.
All right, Thomas.
All right. I'm gonna visualize the entrance. Grab Jarek. Mention door to just outside the entrance door.
All right, I'll move you guys, and it's exactly where you arrive. As you get out onto the causeway, you don't see the airship where it was with the rope ladder kind of waiting for you guys. It's snowing out, and you kind of just see dark, shadowy clouds and whatnot. You also don't see wreckage, suggesting that the dragon did not destroy the airship, which is good.
Well, then I'll move remainder in case anybody else is gonna visualize. Yeah, nothing to do with bonus actions.
Alright, the dragon is going to just tail swipe Harshnag again with a legendary action. Harshnag blocks the attack once more with his shield and full plate, or his magic plate mail. And he just charges the dragon. And as he does, he yells to you guys again, just to reiterate. Flee! Your fate lies elsewhere! I've got this beastie! And he scowls, he dodges the dragon, and then he comes in, whoosh, trying to hit the dragon with his great axe. And he's knocked back as the dragon just spins to the side and presents to him the very hardest of its scales as a defense. And he reels back and he sticks the axe into the dragon's leg with a tremendous blow that doesn't even cause the dragon to flinch. Jarek, you're up.
I have a generic question.
Yeah.
This statue in the center of the room is pretty big, right? It blocks line of sight.
It depends on where you're standing, but yeah, it's got big legs. The dragon is going to be attacking Harshnag pretty much every turn as well with its legendary actions, whittling him down. Harshnag's not bloodied yet, but he's going to be there very soon. Alright, Jarek, you're up. You're outside with Thomas.
Nice. Yep. Got it. I'm gonna use a Warlock spell slot and cast Fly. And then I'm gonna sit here at the corner and wait till I can see if any of my buddies are coming down that hallway.
Okay.
Well, I want to kind of be where I can just stick my head down, but not have my whole body in there. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
just
well,
wanna be able to
you're
look.
in like, because we're playing on a grid, have to be in a square, so whatever
Alright.
one you want.
All right, well, I have to be there if I'm gonna see anybody coming down. So that'll be it. I'm gonna.
Alright, you're safe. Norin.
Alright. Best way to leave here. That's a full dash movement. don't know if I want to use my action surge.
Now you give the dragon a wide berth. You feel like the dragon could almost reach you here with its enormous tail.
Oh man. I don't want to get hit. You know, might as well use action surge to keep going. So I'll action surge and dash again. Gotta get out of here as quick as possible. I'm trying to, I believe, getting in its range, but I don't necessarily know what its range is. Oh, 30. And then I'm gonna bonus action second wind. Let's get a little healing. Oh, a little being the operative word there. Better than nothing. And that's my turn.
At the end of your turn, the dragon will attack you with its tail, Norin.
Fuck,
Its long tail just flicks around, trying to dismiss you. And
I'm gonna warning maneuver with my reaction.
alright, crashes into you, and you take
Still hits
8
me.
damage.
Yeah.
Alright, Than.
Okay, I am going to move. Oops. To there. Bonus action dash. Gonna go to there. I can't see the dragon, right?
No, not. No, the stairs are like
Alright.
20 feet high.
So, did I know that the weather is
Dark.
very snowy outside, or did I not know that before?
It's not. It's not a blizzard. I mean, it's always snowy here in the spine of the world. It's nothing crazy.
Okay. All right. So, as my action, can I cast? I want to send a message to the ship and tell them that if they're not already at the entrance, get down here as soon as possible and throw down the ladder.
Do you want to say that to a dragon cultist or a dwarf or anyone in particular?
The dragon cultist that's in charge of navigating the ship.
All right. You get a response. Yes, we'll be there shortly. And I guess you don't really hear like the nervousness in his voice.
Okay.
And then he says, bracket, nervous tone, close bracket.
These dragon cultists or something else.
Roderick.
Roderick, you can
I'm
hear
doing-
Lily in your mind telling you if you want me to teleport you out, like
Okay.
get it. But back away from him more than 60 feet.
Yeah, so I'll go, instead of going that way, I'll go
Like-
up.
Like up here.
That's 35, and then let's see, I'll dash to there and use my second wind for 10. Yeah, that's what I'll do. See, I think that's manageable for Lily. She's got long legs.
She's got long legs. Anyone has long legs
Longer
compared
legs
to
than me.
you, Roderick.
Exactly.
Lily.
I'm gonna run over to the dwarf, and I'm measured like 70 something feet away. I should be out of the counterspell range. I'm gonna teleport with a dimension.
Where do you want to go?
This time out, there was that Deus out there, so like right to the point where it kind of came into the hallway.
The
basically
entrance?
right inside that hallway
Okay,
at the end of.
I'll move you guys over. And that's exactly where you wind up. about 300 feet this way to the west. You see Jarek and Thomas here.
Wow, still laggy. Okay, there it goes.
Yeah, this dynamic lighting's killing me. I might try to remove some of it, slowing everything down. I think it's just this main hallway, it's so big. Alright. Imrith is going to smirk. And it seems quite focused on the giant. And it says to Rend and Norin, I'll be right after you in just a moment. But do stick around, I've been perfecting this technique. Just for this moment, witness the power of my force burn! And it shoots its force burn at Harshnag, which is like this incredibly powerful attack. It's a weave of arcane magic that's transformed into beams of raw magical energy. And it just starts firing them off. Alright, Harshnag, it comes out from the dragon's horn. Harshnag grabs the horn, and as this beam is about to hit him, he angles it up, it hits the ceiling, and that does 77 force damage to the ceiling, and just it starts to cause rubble to fall down in the main temple.
And it loses 4 spell slots.
Yeah, the ceiling has lost 4 spell slots. And here's the next one at Harshnag. And Harshnag again angles the horn upwards so it hits the ceiling. And
Good job, Harshnag.
the ceiling is already, it's like fully out of spell slots now. More rubble falls down. And then...
This is a level 2 caster.
Alright, this time he... the ceiling is a level 20 spellcaster. This time, Harshnag takes the dragon's horn and he's like wrestling. He's like jumped on the dragon's head at this stage and he's wrestling with the dragon and he's like shooting. He's like shooting the horn basically away from you guys and away from himself. And this one hits the statue of Annam, and it kind of breaks off a massive chunk of its cowl that causes the entire temple to shudder. Rend.
So I yell out, "Don't let him into the ghost room!" And then I take off.
Harshnag just says, I do have a plan! I just need you to get your skinny ass out of here!
30. That's not 50. Yeah.
Alright, the dragon's just going to be fighting Harshnag with its legendary actions, using its tail mainly. This time at Harshnag. Thomas, you're up.
Alright. Walk out here, look around. Can I see the ship anywhere?
Alright, you look up to the north, and through the dark clouds and snow and fog, you vaguely see the outline of the ship. It's about 1,000 feet up. It's descending now in this direction to the north. I don't even... Yeah, you should be able to see it. It's day up, so yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna dash just so I'm not right in front of that door in case any long lightning bolts shoot down it.
Okay. Alright, Harshnag, he takes his axe and he kind of kicks the dragon in the face with an enormous kick that pushes the dragon back, causing its claws to slide along the cracked floor. The dragon comes in, tries to stick Harshnag with its horn, and he dodges again. And he swings his great axe, but this time, as he's about to hit the dragon, instead he turns and he swings his great axe at the statue of Anim the Allfather. And he chips it. At that moment, the entire temple shudders. And the Frost Giant scowls. He hits it again. This time taking off a big chunk. And this act of desecration causes this massive crack to form in the ceiling. I'm gonna bring this temple down! And you're coming with me, dragon! And it looks like the mountain is beginning to fall down around you. Harshnag turns to Norin and he winks. Heh. Run! Your fate lies elsewhere! And you feel like he's getting ready to hit it one final time. The dragon tries to subdue Harshnag by just slapping its tail. Harshnag's covered in blood at this stage. His face is all bloodied. His beard is matted with blood. He's looking pretty beat up. Jarek.
Still don't see anybody coming down, do I?
How good's your vision?
120?
I think you can kind of just make out the outline of Rend and Thand making their way towards you. We can, let me just measure. You can like literally just see them. They're a silhouette on the edge of your vision.
Yeah, okay. Alright, and those are the last two that need to come out, right?
And still Norin as well.
Oh no. Alright, so I'm going to use 60 feet of my flight to fly down here. That means I would be right there. And Norin is still in there, you said, right?
Yeah, he hasn't come out yet. How high do you want to be?
How large? I'll be 20 feet up.
Alright, when you're up 20 feet, you're on level of these ledges, Jarek, and you actually see an ice method just hovering here. A single ice method. It's just kind of in between this entranceway here. There are like these stone blocks separating hallways into two separate tunnels up here.
So he notices me, right?
Yeah, it's looking at you.
I'll tell him, the place is about to come down. You're gonna want to get out of here.
It just gives you like a blank stare.
Right. Then I'll just use the rest of my movement to get there. I'll be done.
Norin.
Feet. That's my movement, and then I'll dash. And yeah, that's all I got.
Alright, the second you're out there, Norin, Harshnag, you turn around and you just kind of see Harshnag fade from view. And he delivers the final blow to the statue. And you just see collapse. The entire temple collapses behind you. Just some rubble flings out towards you, choking this hallway. And you no longer see the temple, the dragon, or the giant. Just rubble. You're covered in this cold dust in the wake of escaping. Harshnag is no more. The dragon and the temple have been consumed. The dragon and the giant have been consumed by the temple caving in on them.
Serves it right. Guess we're gonna have to.
Norn, you made it. I was getting worried about you.
Well, I'm not exactly the fastest person in the group.
Alright, you guys still feel the temple starting to shudder.
Time to go.
As you guys make your way up, when
I think you tagged it, Roger.
just hold up. Everyone move back. That was in there until this space here where Than was. If things can even ping.
He's a true hero.
All right, the second that you step there, Than, you
Yep.
you need to make a dexterity save. This block of you hear the sound of cranking chains, and a block of stone. It slams down from the ceiling on top of you.
Oh.
And Roderick, you see a similar block
Okay.
near you. It doesn't hit you. These blocks very, very quickly just they block off the exit. And then
Oh boy.
you have advantage on your dexterity save. Luckily. Because they are quite slow to get down. But yeah, you would have to be like extremely slow to react to. It's not a sudden slam down. It takes a couple of seconds.
Like the steamroller in Austin Powers.
Not that slow, but yeah, it would have crushed you. You have enough time to be on either side. You do see another one blocking this area though. You could potentially get blocked in if you do go in between. Alright.
Yeah, I'll choose this side.
Alright, you guys are now separated. And yeah, these blocks, they completely block off you from the rest of the party, and this ice method claps its hands.
You shut up before I shut
The little
you
bastard.
And it starts to slip away around the corner.
Whatever.
So, so do these like block the entire hallway all the way up, or can I fly over them?
They are completely blocking.
I'm gonna
They're
jump.
40 foot tall, 40 foot wide, 10 foot thick slabs of stone.
I have my
What is
mason's tools.
I'm gonna start searching for
Alright,
any
it's
levers.
20 foot climber end, so there's no way for you to get up there unless you're going to be like scaling the smooth
Hey, guys.
Oh.
wall.
Hey, come here. Found something.
Rand, how did you get up there? It's this 20 foot climb. 20 foot
up
ledge.
here's 20 foot?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Ledges are 20 feet.
my bad. I thought it was, see, ledge, 20 foot.
It
That's all I
literally.
thought that was a 20-foot ledge. I didn't realize it was a 20-foot.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. For you to get up there, Rend, you would need like some sort of magic. You're not going to be able to climb up there. You could potentially use the climber's kit though.
I could grab him and fly him up there. Is that correct?
What's your strength score?
If you're strong enough.
10.
10. And how much are you carrying?
I've got 73.
You wouldn't have enough strength to drag him up. He'd weigh you down.
You guys have a rope? I could tie it around one of the pillars there and climb up.
Thorn, is there anything up there?
That's what I'm working on. Can see if I can find any levers or anything.
Yeah, you
Up
can.
in the area
Yeah, you
here.
can jump straight up there. This method does slip around the corner. All right. While you guys are dealing with that, we'll go over to the other party. Thomas, Roderick, and Lily. The airship has come within range now, and they've dropped you guys down a rope.
I'd like to mentally ask them what's going on over there.
We're stuck behind two ice, or sorry, not ice. Concrete
Stone. Blocks of stone.
stone. Yeah.
We're okay, but we're just trying to figure out how to get out.
Was it magical or was it mundane?
No, I think one of the ice methods played a little trick on us. Shut it down.
Turn on a trap or something.
He must come with a. Well, you would hope it would come with a mechanism to raise him back.
Yeah, looking for any kind of lever right
Kind
now.
of suck if it was a one-time use trap.
I'd like
Can
to
I
get out
guess
my
the-
mason's tools and start chipping away.
So basically, what
Sure.
Lily's done is tell them to do what they're already doing.
Yep.
Roderick, what kind of
Well,
stone is this?
but at least confirming that we're trying to figure it out.
All right, then. When you climb up
It's a
here,
block
you
of
do
stone.
see the method disappear behind the corner, and you can hear like it chuckling away.
Okay. I'm gonna be very cautious. I'll be looking for traps and or levers and or secret anythings.
Okay. You don't
Can I guess
notice
how
anything.
much those blocks weigh?
Sorry, what was that?
Can I guesstimate how much that block weighs when it was falling down?
Make a investigation check. Tons and tons and tons.
About 7 tons per cubic meter.
I think Roderick will be able to tell you, yeah.
I guess it weighs half a mile.
Good guess.
Exactly. All right, then it looks pretty safe here. You don't detect any traps. Everything is covered in a layer of ice. It's a glaze. And there are these tunnels that are carved out between these blocks that line these hallways and ledges.
Right. It looks like there's some tunnels up here, boys. So I'm gonna throw down a rope, help them climb up.
Okay, those guys can climb up easily. They don't need any ability check.
Climb.
Ren just needs to make an intelligence check to detect the 20-foot ledge. That's all.
Wait,
He
there's a
smashed
ledge
his face into it already, like a screen door or glass door.
there? It's an illusion, guys. It's an illusion.
Okay, so up around the corner here, there is what looks like a guard room, and it's a 30-foot square room. It's featureless except for this large iron lever that's set into the north wall. The lever is 12 feet off of the ground, and there are these like icy stalactites hanging from the ceiling. There's ice covering the floor, ice covering the walls, and no sign of the methods. The lever is currently in the up position.
Jarek?
Yeah, I can pull that down.
Sorry, it's currently in the down
To the
position,
others?
not the up
Okay,
position.
then I will pull it up.
Alright, you fly up, and when you crank it up, you hear the sound of chains, mechanisms.
I think that.
What are the chances of that method coming back and doing it all over again?
Now, where is that little bastard?
Probably.
Oh God!
Is
Did he
there any way?
Did he
is there-
disappear into this room?
He did.
Yeah, he came down into this room.
Can we try to detect him? Because
Try
there's
to-
no way out of here, right?
Sure. Yeah, it's kind of. I'll try to. Yeah, I'll try to figure out if he's in here with my
Unscrew
senses.
the handle.
Alright, when you look around, the room's empty. There's icicles hanging from the ceiling, ice on the walls, ice on the floor.
So
I'll
take a look through the icicles on the ceiling. Is he hidden up there on the ceiling?
You can make a perception check. You're also listening out for any sounds in case he's invisible or something.
I would like
Start destroying the
I would
icicles.
light my lantern so
Okay.
that we're not dim light.
Sure. Oh yeah, you would be at disadvantage there, but Norin will give you a lantern light so you're not at disadvantage. You just see shards of ice, like stalactites, dangling from the ceiling. There's no method in there.
All right. Do you want me to see if there's something else? This is one I heard, but there were 2 blocks that fell, correct?
Well, let's go see if they've opened. Does it look like they've
Alright.
opened?
Only one of them has opened. The lag on this map is killing me. I'm trying to remove dynamic lighting, but it's going super slow. But only the closest one has opened. There's just another block in the way now.
I'll jump across the other side.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Alright, you jump across, and
Yep.
it's the same. It's another guard room with another lever, more jagged shards of ice dangling down from the ceiling. 30-foot
There must
square
be
room.
2 of them. Those came down at the same time, did they not?
They did.
Little cheeky bastards.
Okay, I'll make that one move.
Alright, you
Um,
push it to the up position and you crank it up, and you hear the sound
is there any
of
way? Is
rattling
there any way to
chains and
secure it in the
mechanisms.
up position? With a piton or
There's
something?
probably 100 different ways to do that. Depends on how you're going about it. Yeah, you could use a piton. You could jam it in there and stop it
It's going
from
to make
being
it stronger than a method.
Yeah, maybe we should try that.
pushed down.
Eric?
Do you got a piton?
Yep, should.
Well, if you want to jam one in there, first you have to be able to reach it. It's 12 feet off the ground. And secondly,
Well,
He's
I'll
just
give
going to hand
to
it to
Jarek.
me.
Yeah, I'll give
Sure.
it to Jarek.
and then secondly, you'll need to make an athletics check to jam it in there.
I'll put guidance on you, Jarek.
It's awesome.
You've got an extra 1d4 on that.
That still max would be a.
It's you're not getting in
I'll be here
there.
for a while.
It's just
fucking
it's just
great.
straight up
You know what?
not getting in
Let's
there.
just see what happens.
Alright, we're actually going to
It's
go
stuck in
over.
there. Alright.
We're going to go over to the other party now.
Okay.
It just like falls out.
All right, Roderick,
It's frozen in there.
Lily, and Thomas. You guys. All right. This is happening simultaneously while they're doing this. The cultists they've got down the rope ladder, and Trout, one of the cultists, is like yelling down at you guys. What happened down there?
The dragon came in and got trapped. It caved in. We're trying to get. We're just waiting for the rest of the party to come out.
They're still alive?
Yep.
Our friends are, but the dragon's not.
Well, we're not
That's
actually-
not just a dragon! That's Imrith!
Yes.
Was.
Yeah, I know. We don't know. He doesn't need to know that though.
Imrith! The doom of the desert! It lives in the desert of Anarok. We saw it and immediately we moved away from the dragon. Luckily, it didn't harm us. You should watch out though. Dragons. Blue ones in particular. They're known to be able to burrow. She's not only a dragon, she's also a shape changer. Cloth has spoken of her. He will not be happy to learn that she has entered his domain. But I'm not sure if even bringing down a mountain would put an end to her chapter. So we must hurry.
Yeah.
We're just working on them getting out, and then we're out of here.
Alright, while this is happening, these blocks have moved. You've seen like one block move and the other block move. This is happening simultaneously. Alright, so as you guys get down here, you hear the sound of these cranking mechanisms again. And both blocks slam down, blocking your passage once more.
Okay. I'd like to do something the next time the blocks are up.
Alright, you guys can communicate telepathically, so if you need to make a plan. But
I've got
the
a
blocks
plan
just...
if you get the blocks up.
They stop again.
Alright, I'm going to jump
slam
back up
down.
to the top. Go back to the lever.
Okay, you go back to the lever, and
Yep.
it's down in the down position again. You look around the room. See, it's empty apart from ice glazing the walls and ceiling, and icy stalactites dangling down from the ceiling.
All right, I'm gonna try to. Can I jump up to anything there? Can I climb up to it? Anything that's feasible?
There's the
to
lever.
To the switch. Yeah,
Yeah,
to
you
the
can-
lever. I want to get up to the lever.
Yeah, you can. It's just a lever sticking out of the wall. You can jump up, and it's in the down position. It would require an athletics check for you to try and crank it up, because you'll basically be going against
Midair.
your own. Yeah, you'll be going against your own body weight dangling on the lever
Well,
and trying to use your legs.
I'd like to.
crank
I'd
it
like
up.
to be able to get up there. So maybe I'll just use my climber's kit to actually get up there, and I want to try to jam it in the up position.
Okay, you use your climber's kit, and you just make like a little kind of ladder for you to get up there, and make an athletics check. Then I can't imagine it's going to be difficult for you to securely get up there. You get up there very easily. So you've got a comfortable position now where you can like be next to the lever and have both your hands free.
Yep, and then I'll try to jam it in the up position.
Okay. Make an athletics check to jam the pitten in there. Alright, and your guidance in yourself, I imagine.
Yep.
Alright. Yeah, you've got it jammed in there pretty damn good.
Okay, and I'll go to the other side and repeat the process.
Okay. Alright, while that's happening, Lily, you have a plan? Some sort of plan?
I did have a plan. I was going to try to put a wall of force in place so that when the blocks slam back down, it leaves room under.
Okay. So what do you guys say to that plan?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, we got a couple of measures there. All right, give me 2 athletics checks. Then it's going to take you about 5 minutes to do all this. Okay. You've got them both in the up position now, and both blocks are raised.
Okay. And I will head back.
All right, did you want to put that wall of force up, Lily?
Yes.
All right, Lily puts up a wall of force, and if these blocks come down, they'll just get blocked on the wall. And you don't hear any.
Blocks us from getting out.
Well,
LOL.
I imagine Lily is smart enough to put it the right configuration.
A new puzzle to solve.
Roll an intelligence check.
All right, yeah. There's no It doesn't even sound like the mechanisms even move or anything like that this time. You're just straight up. must have stopped whoever was trying to pull the levers down from pulling him down to the pit. Alright, with that, you guys can climb up the rope ladder and just go straight up. Trying to get into a suitable location to just kind of pan in the air with the airship. Alright, so maybe we'll go over the airship map. Alright, you guys move away from the Eye of the All-Father, and you just have the dragon cultists, Nizaroth, just kind of turn to you all as he's manning the helm and just say, where to next? We need to get out of the spine of the world. The snow here is treacherous.
Agreed.
Want to head to Mirabar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mirabar.
That's a good spot.
Sure. It'll be no more than a day's journey.
That's the closest town.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mirabar, you're looking at a day. Alright. So, alright, this is like an hour later. If anyone wants to take a short rest, go for it. You've started to move towards Mirabar.
I will do. That's awesome. Thanks.
Alright, so here you guys are. And
Hold on. During the short rest, somebody needs to attune to the conch that has a free attunement slot.
Right.
Can't do it this rest, but I'll unattune to my amulet of non.
Well,
Roderick's got free, if you don't want to do that, Thomas.
Do anyway, just in case it's
Okay.
needed.
alright, so yeah, there are actually 3 conches, so potentially
Oh,
3 people
right.
could be attuned to them. There's this conch, and then there's also this one, and then there's this one as well.
Holy cow! I want that one.
Jeez.
They're all identical.
No, not that one. The other one.
Just throw,
Which one
throw
do you
the other
want?
one overboard.
That one. That one with the distinctive feature.
Okay, who wants to attune to the conch of teleportation? So it's a conch, it's a conch shell. It's it has been inscribed with the Uvar rune. It's 2.5 feet long, weighs 20 pounds. And as you guys have proven yourselves to Anan the All-Father, you've all been given his blessing to attune to them. You can, as an action, cast the teleport spell by blowing into the shell. The destination's fixed. There's no chance of a mishap or the spell being off target, and anyone teleported by the conch appears in a specific location that was designated by the item's creator at the time the Uvar rune was inscribed on the conch. It does not allow teleportation to any other destination, and you can only do it once per day.
How many people get to go with it?
Teleport is 10.
Okay.
So, who wants to teleport to? Who wants to attune to a conch?
We have a free attunement slot.
I don't have a free slot, so I wouldn't be able to do it.
Roderick looks like he could, if he's willing.
Yeah, I'll attune to one.
Okay, yeah, you can attune to that during the short rest.
I'm kind of loath to unattune to that ring of lightning resistance now.
Yeah, no shit, eh? The one time you needed it and it saved your ass
It
in a
did,
major
for
way.
sure.
It's the best of items.
Now it's safe to unattune to it because you'll never need it again.
Yeah, that's it. You've used it.
Okay. Anyone else want to attune to one? Or?
But not knowing if he's coming after or she's coming after us, maybe not yet.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not attuned to it.
Okay. Oh, we've got one person
So-
attuned to it.
I can be attuned to it with someone else carrying it. With I was just looking that up.
Yeah.
I mean, Norin can still carry it.
As long as you're not like, I think it's like more than 100 feet away. Oh, you've got it there. Then
I just look. Yeah. That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if I die.
Yeah, or if you die. So yeah, either way is.
Yeah, but I think it's more likely that I'll be 100 feet away.
Never know. What will encounter.
Well, if you you never know because sometimes
You might fall off the airship.
Are we? Is the full damage capped in this, or is it?
Full damage is 20d6. That's terminal velocity.
Yeah, so 120 damage. So I've got a pretty good chance of surviving that.
All right.
I have to roll pretty bad.
Well,
but you might
at the
fall
same
more
time,
than 100
you'll
feet.
also be more than 100 feet away if you take that damage.
For
so
24
There's
hours,
the
though.
caveat. All right.
So if Roderick falls overboard, everybody else jump with him.
So yeah, you can tell
Well,
that
I won't die outright.
these dragon cultists are a little bit nervous. Alistair's also like just he's happy-go-lucky, but the dragon cultists, Trout, he just kind of converses with you all as you're moving away from the Eye of your All-Father, and he says, "The dragon, Imrith. Do you think that she'll be chasing us?"
Oh,
Hopefully not.
yeah. Is that why you look so sour?
There are few dragons in Faerun as powerful as Imrith. I dare say that she even would give Cloth a run for his money. Although Cloth did once fight 3 fully grown dragons by himself, Imrith has dedicated much of her 1,000 years to the study of the arcane arts, and she is a superior spellcaster to Cloth, though Cloth has developed other techniques. I highly doubt bringing down the temple would keep her at bay for long, but she would not get any closer to Cloth and Vale. I've slightly altered our course to get closer to Cloth's territory as a precautionary measure, to put you all at ease. It won't add more than a few hours to our journey.
I'm gonna go to a kind of a quieter area of the ship, and I'm gonna cast sending again to Harshnag. I just need to know, and just say, "Are you alive, my friend?"
You do not get a response.
I just say a prayer for his soul.
Alistair is working on the ship. The dragon cultists are fairly quiet now. The dwarves are just acting as guards and sentries as well. So, what do you guys do or say during your journey? You have a plan? Something, a few words about the next course of action, perhaps?
I think we're gonna
Are we ready to go straight to the king?
town, and then we're going to sleep, and then teleport up.
Yeah, good. The rest is
tomorrow or whatever.
a good idea.
Say a few words about Harshnag, the sacrifice that he made.
Yeah, let's have a few drinks.
You have all these flashbacks all the time, so he's like joking and whatnot.
Kill a white dragon for him later.
Alright, so it's a bit later in the day now. It's about noon. And you start to hear the sound of like eagles cawing. And you're flying above the spine of the world still. Now you can still see the very tops of the mountains, and you find it strange that eagles are up at this elevation. It's very, very high. You look out and to the view around you, and you can see the valley of Kedron You can see the Lurkwood off in the south. You can actually kind of make out the area around Mirabar. You can see the Reged Glacier. You can see the region of Icewind Dale as this foggy tundra in the far horizon. And down below that, the Black Raven River, Clorthen Vale. We're talking like 30-40 miles off to the west at least. It's on the very edge of the horizon. You've got a nice view, and you've kind of cut through the snow. And all of a sudden, bursting through the clouds are barbarians riding on the backs of griffins. 6 in total. The barbarians wield axes, and they are Reghead barbarians, barbarians of the frozen north, maybe Griffin tribe. Whatever it is, they fly in very swiftly in a flanking position to attack. And we'll take a break now. We'll take a 10-minute break now. You can deal with these barbarians. When we get back, Griffins could make good mounts as well, so you may want to consider trying to figure out a way to capture these Griffins if you can. At the very least, they're very valuable as well.
Yes, I would like Griffin.
But
Thomas can capture them with Fireball.
we'll see how that
ideal for you.
we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys back
So
shortly.
we're going to be very good at getting the mounts, and then we will lose.
Oh, yeah.
That's just what we
So,
do.
are we going to have to jump on there with them and then toss the rider?
Yeah, grapple them. Maybe. Well, Than can jump on them, and he's got good strength, so he can jump on and wrestle them. You're
Yeah,
like,
I'm not. Than is not happy about fighting in the middle of the 3,000 plus feet.
how much health do you have?
He's not jumping anywhere.
And yet you're the best jumper.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not jumping off a ship. Sorry.
No, I wouldn't either.
Does anyone have
Cowards.
decent animal handling?
Yeah, I do. It's 8. Than, do you have expertise on that, or is it? Do you have something?
In what? Sorry, in what?
Animal handling? You've got like expertise on survival or something, don't you?
Yeah. I'm not an animal lover.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That's
They're not
like
animals
not-
anyway. They're monstrosities.
The griffins.
Yeah. Yeah, they're technically not animals or not beasts. So maybe animal handling works, maybe it doesn't. But I can't like charm them with my stuff.
I think animal handling. When he just asked us to do that, if we try to ride it.
Yeah, probably it'd be animal handling,
Yeah.
probably, or just persuade.
I hope it's athletics.
I like that they sent their Air Force after us.
Are we back?
Surprised they have an air force.
How's everyone doing?
Doing good.
Alright. Everyone back from the pool?
Thomas is it?
Oh, I'll start sorting this initiative out. Alright, so yeah. After just a few hours of travel, you guys are attacked by a group of barbarians. You feel like they're probably Reghead barbarians because they make up the small clans that are scattered throughout Icewind Dale / Spine of the World area. But they could also still be Uthgard barbarians. Either way, they're ruthless savages that are thoroughly evil. And these ones ride on the back of griffins. They don't have saddles or anything either. They seem to be able to ride these things quite easily. 6 fly in a flanking position. Barbarian atop each griffin. And they're just wearing like kind of thick hides. They carry great axes. And they're coming in at you guys. They probably just want to pillage everything. Rend, you're up first.
Alright, I'm gonna run back here and protect this guy. Try to. And I'll go ahead and rage. And can I hold my attack action until one gets close to me?
Sure.
Alright, that's what I'll do.
Fan.
So I feel like a sec here. Trying to see the range on command.
60.
Oh, it's 60 feet. Okay, so that's fine. So I'm gonna get down to here by using bonus action. Dash. I think I'll need to because I have to navigate through a bunch of people. And I will cast command at 4th level. And command all of these guys to approach. Does that make sense?
One more? Is it 4 for 4th level?
4, yeah.
I saw 1, 2, 3. And which one's the 4th?
So
these 3 on the left, and then this guy.
Yep, and then that's fine.
Okay,
that's fine.
Right.
Yep.
The Uthgard barbarians hate magic, and they start to let out a kind of like an eagle caw sound when they see you cast a spell. They all make wisdom saves, the ones that are affected or targeted. And what was the command? Sorry.
To approach.
Okay. They start
Just tell them to dismount.
to rear the. They start to rear the griffins towards you.
That'd be fucking hilarious. Sorry. Anyways, that's the end of my turn, and the idea is to grapple them guys and get these griffins.
Too bad you guys didn't have any horses. The griffins really like horses. They like to eat horses.
I might
Could've-
eat them. Yeah.
Drop would have been a funny one because their weapon would just fall.
Oh yeah.
You could have thrown the horses out to them as sacrifices to deter them. Oh well.
Well, Lily can summon one.
You've got plenty of food to raise these horses scattered all throughout Faerun at least. Alright, Jarek.
Alright, let's get over to the other side of this boat. Probably just right there. And then I'm going to try to knock the other guys off of their mount. So I'm going to just cast what I normally do, which is the Agonizing Blast, and see if I can't try to do that. I don't know if it'll work. I'll try the first one.
Which one are you attacking?
The one in the upper right-hand corner.
Okay. That hits. And... Ow! He's gone. He gets knocked straight off and he disappears. Or he falls 500 feet. Yeah, he disappears below the clouds, basically. Alright, this griffin's going to roll initiative now. It's no longer being controlled.
Alright. I'm going to do the same thing to the one right below it.
Hit. And he's knocked off. He gets launched off the griffin and he goes flying, disappearing from view.
Let me look at my other things.
You got one more beam. You got 3 now.
I know. We just asked that other guy to approach, I think is what I heard happen. But I guess I could just let that happen, and I'm going to just shoot the beam out into the air.
You can still shoot them, just don't tell them, don't knock them off. We
Okay.
want to kill them. We want to kill them.
Alright.
We don't, yeah.
So you want to kill him, but you want the griffins closer to the boat. Is that
The whole
correct?
point was to try to get some griffins out of this, yeah.
Right, okay. So I'll just hit him without pushing him off then.
Which one?
The one to the lower right.
Hit. Alright, the beam cracks into him. He gets a little bit beaten up.
Alright. And then I'll be done.
Lily.
Okay, Lily's going to use her bonus action to begin blade singing. And she's going to move down next to Thon to try to protect him, since they all seem to be focused on. I guess I could just hold an action to attack the first barbarian that gets close to me.
Okay. Roderick.
What would it take to convince a griffin, like, to join us? Would that be animal handling or something? I mean, I probably can't do it yet, but
You would, yeah, you probably need some food, and then it would be an animal handling check to try and get it under control.
yeah,
They're not animals either, these things.
yeah. So I can't magic them.
Yeah, they're
Yep.
monstrosities.
Um,
Muscular bodies of a lion, head and 4 legs, and wings of an eagle.
I'd like to call out to the dwarves below to like bring up some meat or something if they can.
Hey! He called out to them. Of course, brother! Meat, they say. Let's get some!
Yep. And then
You could also try to, like, you could do like a mating call, Roderick.
Oh yeah. That sounds
Pretty
dangerous. Kind of want to make it like not so obvious that it's exactly me making it, but just like lure them in.
Like, throw your voice so it sounds like Norin's trying to mate with them?
Maybe. Oh, I can disguise myself. I could. Can I disguise self as a? No.
A sexy griffin?
A griffin in heat.
Yeah. It'd have to be a small griffin though.
a shaved lion leg. You're like gonna pull up your
Yeah.
put forward a
sounds
shaved
dangerous.
lion leg. Okay. All right. What do you want to do on your turn, Roderick? From what you know,
I'll wait
that
for the griffins to come
yeah,
close.
they are going to be.
Oh,
It'll
stop
be
it.
very hard to tame.
Okay. I'll save that for later and start murdering the barbarians. I'm gonna hunter's mark that one. And then let's check my things. Shoot him.
Crit.
And I'm gonna add a menacing attack onto that.
Okay, 2d8 extra.
Oh.
An extra 1d8.
Yeah.
The arrow hits him pretty hard. He's bloodied, and he'll make a wisdom save.
Yep, 14.
Alright, he fails, so he's menaced, and he's frightened, so he can't get any closer to you.
He can't, but I can still kill him. Just
Wasn't
one
he
attack.
supposed to, like, he's under orders to come closer, but now he can't?
Yeah, he's going to be having a dilemma, that's for sure.
That
Exactly.
takes psychic damage.
So I'll shoot him again.
Hit. Another arrow sinks into the barbarian. He's starting to lose his grip.
And another one.
And I think you just fixed his dilemma. You put an arrow through his neck. He falls off the griffin. But he doesn't fall any closer to you, because he can't, but he falls away from you.
Yep.
And he
As
disappears.
he's like dying, falling off the edge, he's like, no! Pushes away.
Yeah. He has to die away from you.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's gone.
That was your griffin. Just
Roll initiative.
And then I'll go like, here, birdie line.
I mean, there's
And
only
now-
6 anyway, so there's not enough for everyone.
From here, I wouldn't be able to like do any check to convince him. I have to be closer, probably.
Yeah.
Get the dwarves with the meat.
You'd definitely have to at least get rid of their rider, and then you'd have to be within close
I'll
proximity.
wait for the meat to come up. I mean, the dwarves going.
Okay, this guy is going to have the griffin just fly up. The griffin will dodge, take the dodge action, and then he'll come up within 5 feet of you then, like that. And the griffin plants its long claws, its 4 legs, onto the deck, and its leonine legs also onto the deck. That's his turn done. Alright, this griffin without its rider, it just lets out a loud screech, and it actually dives after him, disappearing from view. Clears about 160 feet in a turn.
on the last griffin, was it not close enough for End to attack?
If he wants to attack the griffin, that's up to him.
No, I meant the rider.
The rider, no, rider's 10 feet away from him. Thomas.
They said they don't have saddles. Do they have reins or anything?
No, they have no saddles, no reins or anything. They're just like literally holding on to like feathers and fur, and they've got strong legs.
Right. Let's see how strong. No, try to grab this guy that's on the griffin on the deck and move him 30 feet.
Alright, it's a
Nice.
charisma check. Let's see how strong his legs are.
Suzanne Summers, Master.
Straight charisma, right?
Yep. It goes against his strength. You cannot grab his legs, Thomas. He's just leg pressing your telekinesis. No problem at all.
Damn it. Well, as a bonus action, I'll vomit some acid on Quicken.
You spew some acid on him. Ah! He lets out a roar as it kind of eats through some of his furs. Alright, this guy is going to get in as close as possible to Than. And that'll be by flying over the top of Rend. Basically. Yeah. If you want to attack him, Rend, you can.
Alright.
And that hits.
Oh.
Griffin's also taking the dodge action.
No fire damage there.
Alright, you swing the axe and you slash through the barbarian. You just kind of catch him. A small injury. Alistair looks around panicked. Oh no! Oh me! Oh my! Oh, I think I forgot something below deck! Yes! I need to go and just fix it really quickly. I'll be right back. Come on, TikTok! And he dashes. He makes a run for the below decks.
Throw some meat up on deck.
He says, yes, I'll get the food. I'll be right there in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
I'll be there in 30 rounds, he says. Alright, this griffin will dodge, and its rider is going to fly up here, kind of fluttering in Nizaroth's face. And Nizaroth just says, get this goddamn griffin out of my face! I can't see where I'm flying! Griffin dodges, and he ends his turn there.
Did
yeah.
I use my held action?
Yeah, you can hit him. That hits. And you poke him with the rapier. It cuts through his furs. Alright.
I'm gonna try to grab a hold of this dude.
Okay. And you grapple him. You grab onto his clothes.
And can I just like throw him over the side? Like off the griffin and over to the side?
It would cost you 20 feet of movement to do that. You'll still have to technically move him. Oh wait.
15,
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, if he was smaller you could do it with ease. Because you got powerful build, but he's still medium size. So.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, trying to go against you, so it still costs you like as if you're moving to move him 10 feet per square.
Alright, action surge to dash, throw him over.
Alright, so you take a dash action and alright, you let him off the hook. Alright, he will get a dex save to try and cling on to the side with one hand. That's what he'll try and do. And he does. As you drop him, he clings on to the side of the deck of the ship.
I still have another attack, so I would like to use that to try to push him.
Alright. Go for it. Make another athletics check. You try to pry his fingers off, stomp on his fingers, impale his fingers with your antlers. And
shit.
You impale in between his fingers.
He does not want to die.
He was doing that thing where gets that dagger and he tries to hit it between his fingers constantly all day. He's prepared for that shit.
Man.
This griffin will dive after the berserker, letting out an eagle's caw. It angles off, leaving everything behind. Trout has the ballista, and he aims it at this guy. I got him. this griffin's gonna go after the barbarian. The dwarf on the lookout on the crow's nest, he starts to blow this horn, which I think the horn actually got used for a component, a spell component, I believe. But she blows it anyway. We're under attack! Barbarians incoming! She yells out.
No shit.
More barbarians or these ones?
Oh, these ones! And alright, a male and female Felbaron dwarf, shield dwarves, they come out with some rations that they're taken from the stores. It's mainly just like dried meat and some nuts and fruit and stuff like that. They will try to get the horse meat if possible. There might be some horse meat in there. Alright, what's Hey doing?
He'll come over here and give me the help action on that guy, and then he's going to head below decks.
Okay. He flutters in the berserker's face and then joins Alistair below deck. Alright, now Azeroth is just taking the dodge action. He's trying to steer the ship. Whose idea was this to put the griffin in my face? Ah!
Ren's.
Alright, TikTok is going to just join Alistair. It heads downstairs. When it goes downstairs, this barbarian will actually swing at the animated armor and completely miss. Ren.
Use my bonus action to ignite the flame tongue, and then I'm going to reckless attack and great weapon master the barbarian right beside me.
Okay. Miss.
Wow. Was bad.
He blocks you. Blade on blade. Hit. You break away from the parry and riposte him, slashing into him, cutting a fiery wound through his furs. He's looking bloody. Then,
is there any way that I would be able to calm this griffin or try to entice it with the meat that was brought up? Is that
you
something
could
I can do at this point, or
you could try in the presence of its
it's the handler still here.
It's gonna be it's this guy. It's gonna be hard.
Okay.
Very hard.
Then can I try to tie a rope around it or something? Can I try to?
You can
lasso it like a cowboy.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, if you have a net, you could try that. If not, you could.
I don't have a net.
You can't really tie a rope. It's not going to be staying still for you to tie a rope around it, so that it's not going to work. You could grapple it though.
Really liking that idea.
I love that idea.
It could just fly off and take you with it unless you let go of it though. They can carry quite a lot.
Okay.
But actually, no, if you grapple it, its movement 0, so you'd have it. You'd stop it from moving.
All right, I'm grappling it.
Make an athletics check. You can stow your short sword if you had it out and make a grapple. Alright, griffins are pretty strong. And you grab onto one of its lion legs and it just kicks your hand out of the way.
No bueno. Alright, I will put the help action as a bonus action on the one up here. And end of turn.
Jarek.
Well, I'm not quite sure what to do since everybody wants to hold on to these flying things. let's. So there's nobody on this griffin that's right here. Is that correct?
No. There are 3 barbarians on deck though that will kill everyone if they get a chance.
So I don't know if you've noticed, but I feel pretty safe when I have any of our fighters up front with barbarians. So I'm going to go ahead and bonus action cast Fly. Just do that real quick with a Warlock spell slot.
Quickening.
Yep, quickening it. And then I'm going to... It gives me a movement of flying of 60. Get right there, and then I will shoot at the guy that's right there. I should have pretty good shot at him, right?
This guy? Yeah.
Yep.
He's 10 feet away from me.
And he's just hanging on by his hands?
Yes.
Okay.
He's clung onto the side.
He's going.
That hits.
I'll try to push him 10 feet down.
Alright, he disappears. He gets left behind. Keep in mind the airship is moving as well, so you're going to want to get back on it, otherwise
Yep.
be...
That's what I'm doing right now.
And they're gone. Yeah, he
And I'll continue to fly and see if I can't stride and land on top of this this fabulous beast.
And it does not accept you as a mount.
That's okay.
You
Probably gonna attack me or something.
you can fly above it, but you won't be able to mount it.
Okay.
Lily.
Well, you just knocked off the one I was planning to do something about. So,
Even Trout just like, oh, I just finished aiming the ballista, he says.
Yeah, Thomas. Not Thomas. Jarek. I see him trying to get on it. I'm just gonna try to grapple this one and see if I can keep it here, so it doesn't go diving after its.
Okay.
So that's what? Athletics.
Yeah, I think... Oh, I need to actually roll this one into initiative as well.
So you take the attack action, and then it replaces the attack.
It just easily breaks your grip.
Can I try with my second attack?
Sure. Now you try to grab it again. And this time, you grab on to one of its eagle claws, and it's grappled.
This is one of those situations where once you have a grapple, you just look around like, well, now what?
Yep.
Alright, it screeches, and it's just going to it's going to claw at Jarek. Miss, and it's going to try and poke you, Lily, with its beak.
Okay.
And hits you for 9 piercing. Alright, you block the attack. The shield just bounces the griffin's beak straight backwards.
Bad bird, bad!
Roderick.
Is it difficult terrain to get past Norin?
All creatures are difficult terrain, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll...
Unless they're two sizes.
Hey, Seb, I'm sorry. My AC should have been 23.
Okay. Well,
For some reason, I thought I had Blade Sling clicked, but I didn't.
Okay. Well, then you didn't have... We couldn't have cast shield because you didn't get hit. So get the spell slot back.
Thank you.
Roderick.
I will move to here. Take some of the meat off.
Ah, mate! This is, excuse me, brother, but this is not the time to be eating. We've got barbarians on board.
We've always got Rend on board. What's a couple more?
He's the most pleasant barbarian I've met.
Yeah. And dash through Norin. and then action surge to try to animal handling this griffin. Again.
Alright, you can use your action to make an animal handling check and see if you can tame the beast. It's going to be difficult. These things have, even expert trainers have trouble with fully grown griffins.
I clicked it.
And you're failing to calm it at the moment. It's screeching, it's
For
kicking
now.
around, it's scratching, it's clawing, it's biting. Okay, this barbarian is going to see everyone is casting spells and just hate you guys. Ah! It also notices it has the help action on it, so it will attack recklessly to negate that. Because then use the help action. Alright, yeah, it's going to attack you, Than. He's going to swing recklessly at you. And he crits you for 7 damage. A lethal blow.
You had a Vorpal sword, you're dead.
And he will let the griffin act of its own accord, and his griffin's going to roll initiative. He's going to seize control of it. So it joins initiative now. He remains mounted though, like fighting mounted on the ship. Thomas.
Alright, this one that just tried to hit Than. Let's try to...
You're gonna keep working on his legs, alright. He does a couple more leg presses. And he's just speaking in Bothy at you, yelling.
I just look away so he can't tell it was me.
Sees like a line of sweat drip down your brow. Makes eye contact with you.
I'll quicken another acid puke on it.
And some acid eats through his clothing, his hides. He's looking not too badly hurt. Alright, this guy who's on his griffin, flying above Rend and right next to Jarek, is going to attack recklessly at Jarek. And he completely misses. And he will he'll let the griffin do its own thing. He'll let it act on its own accord. Relinquishing control of it. Bam. It joins initiative now too. Alright, Alistair is fixing something downstairs.
He better be.
Alright, this
Check
griffin,
up on him.
when it's left to do its own thing, it fights alongside the barbarian. And it's going to claw at Thomas. That misses. It's going to try and bite Than. Poke him, peck him. And that misses. The beak just bounces off his armor. Norrin.
Well, looks like Roderick is taking care of that one, so... step away from the griffin a little bit. Is this guy gonna have any kind of cover?
From there, yeah.
If I'm throwing javelins at him.
Got a couple of dwarves in the way.
I'll just already move 5 feet. Do that. Run around. And I'm just gonna throw javelins at him.
Okay, you have advantage. Hit. sink a javelin into him, and he's bloodied.
For some reason it didn't roll.
Oh,
D6,
that must be the character, man. So roll a d6 and we'll add on that damage. An extra 4 damage.
Alright, I fixed it. I think. Throw another one.
Hit. Another javelin cuts into his furs. He's quite badly hurt.
I'll throw a third one.
Hit. Another javelin is sticking out of him now. And even with 3 javelins poking out of him, the savage barbarian, he just roars. Lets out an eagle core.
Should I roll just a little bit better on the damage? That would have been nice. That's it.
Alright, Trout. He says, I got you, Norin. Have another javelin. And
Holy shit.
Jesus. Skewers him.
48 piercing damage. This guy gets launched straight through the chest.
He fucking crit with the ballista.
Gets thrown overboard.
Norin
gone.
gives Trout a huge thumbs up. That was fantastic.
He literally goes like 100 feet, that barbarian.
That was great.
Trout just nods
That
at
is-
you. Yeah, that was like the most. That's like almost max damage. That was a strong ballista shot.
That was nuts.
That was crazy. All right, the dwarves that have emerged, that handed the food. They just kind of the closest one is seeing the griffin's feathers, wings kind of fluttering around, and they are equipped with shields and spears themselves, and they ask you guys. Yeah, you need us up here? We can stab some stuff for you if you want.
We're trying to capture these griffins. We can handle it.
Alright, we'll just be down there then. And they just, we know you've got this.
Actually, any of you good with animals?
Nope. I managed to tame this lassie though. And he like pokes her in the side. And she just slaps him over the face as hard as she can.
Yeah, you've proved your point.
They disengage and go downstairs.
You're no good with training.
Alright.
Wow.
I'll take the doors out of the initiative now. They've done their job. Same with Hayu. Unless, did you want Hayu to do a flyby?
The only thing I was going to have you do was bring a piece of food up and hand it to Thon, and then get out.
Okay. Well, yeah, it needs to get into the supply room to get that, so I don't know if the owl would be able to get into it this turn. They had multiple dwarves getting those supplies.
Damn dwarves locked the pantry. Alright, you can take him out of the initiative then.
Okay. Alright, Nizaroth is still just dodging, trying to fly the airship. And TikTok is just down there helping Ellis to fix that leak. That leak that you guys have always had that Ellis needs to fix. Alright,
Yeah.
Rend. You've got like a barbarian and a griffin like flying on top of you basically.
Oh, there's still a barbarian there? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, then Reckless and Great Weapon Master that guy.
Okay. Hit. And you just wipe him. You wipe him off of his griffin. Like a fiery windscreen wiper. And he just falls straight off the edge of the ship. On fire. Disappearing into the clouds below.
I continue the trajectory onto the griffin below him that he was riding.
We could grapple it.
Good God. Then I'll use my bonus since I killed the other dude.
Oh yeah.
Alright, you're attacking his griffin. Oh, that hits.
Yep.
and Griffin screeches as you cut through it, and it looks kind of injured.
I mean, we could knock them out and then.
The other option. But let's try to calm them down. Let's try to see if we can get.
All 3 griffins are still hostile. Alright, Than,
okay.
Your turn.
I'm gonna grapple this one.
Okay.
Or attempt
Wait,
to.
don't you already have one?
No, I failed. It
you got
succeeded
a
against
14.
my.
Who's Lily's got that one?
Lily's got this.
Yeah, Lily's got this one.
Okay. Alright.
Got that one on
alright.
lockdown.
Lily's got it. Took her by the tail here.
Alright, you've got that
This is the
one.
only way.
You've got that one now, too.
Some MMA shit.
Alright. Lily's got it in a headlock. Than's picking this one up and doing tombstoner.
I just triangle choking this one.
You got it
And,
pinned.
I guess since I don't know, I guess Ren started something nasty, so I'm gonna put the help action on this guy
Okay.
and see if we can knock it out.
Jarek.
So when you say knock it out, what exactly do you mean? by that?
Non-lethal damage. That's what it means.
Yeah. I don't think I have any of that.
Sure you do.
You can't with spells, I don't think. Like
You
with
could
weapons.
grapple one.
It needs
Stop
to be a
pushing
melee
everything
attack.
off, that's all.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying.
You can resurrect it anyway. We can just kill it and then resurrect it. We've got plenty of diamonds.
Let me try a few.
We have-
Let me try a few things.
We've got like $4,000.
No resurrecting the griffin.
Just spare the dying. Just stabilize it. That's all you need.
Right. All right. I'm going to actually the one that is that is that Ren that just grappled one or Than. Than. I'm going to hit him a couple of times.
Than's got this one. Lily's got this one.
Yeah. Probably a miss.
You'll be at disadvantage. You're within 5 feet. So roll again.
So you attack the one with the help action on it. Cough, cough.
It looks like it's already hit pretty bad.
Yeah, don't kill it.
Like, Than's
Alright,
got that one grappled.
well, you
that
need
one
to,
can't do anything.
Do you roll again for disadvantage? Was that it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I rolled disadvantage. So
If you're within 5 feet, you're going to be at disadvantage on ranged attacks.
yeah, but I'm flying above that guy that's over there. So
Okay, well you're within 5 feet, so you have disadvantage. So just roll a d20 for that first beam, so I can see if it hits or not.
yeah, just a second.
All right, that first one is a hit on this guy, right?
Yeah.
All right, it hits the griffin. Second beam hits with an 18. It hits the griffin as well, and you start to soften it up.
I got one more. Disadvantage, correct?
Yep. If you're within 5 feet of a creature, your ranged attacks have disadvantage. That hits.
Yeah.
Alright, you start to cause the griffin to be bloodied. Keep in mind, these are large creatures as well, so they take up 4x4 squares, not
Right.
one
Okay.
square.
So let me just try something real quick. Going to use some sorcery points. And I'm going to quicken a sleep spell. As a bonus action, I cast it at 3rd level.
Now, where are you putting it? Oh, we need to... Alright, I'm gonna have to say it's
on
all
the-
3 of them. You've already
On the
rolled.
griffin that's to the north, the one that I've been hitting.
Well, you need to... Alright, you're gonna have to re-roll in that case, because you need to select the target first before you make any dice rolls. So, just re-roll it then. 98. You always need to select your target before you roll. Alright, this griffin falls unconscious.
Then I will fly to there.
Alright, both griffins below you try to claw at you with opportunity attacks.
Mm-hmm.
First one crits for 20 slashing damage.
I'll use my reaction to make that a non-crit.
Okay, we take 12 slashing damage.
Okay.
The other one tries to claw. And it hits. For 8
I
slashing.
will shield.
You already done a bonus action spell, so you can't.
It's a reaction.
Yeah, but it's still your turn. So
It's on your
Yeah,
turn.
if you cast a bonus action spell, the only other spell can be a cantrip. And you did sleep as a bonus action. So you hit for 8 slashing.
All right.
Alright, you maintain concentration and you break away from the griffins. And any more
Can
movement?
you forward me? I can't find where I'm at way up there. There I am. I got it.
The consequence of doing too much on a turn.
Right.
Yeah, if you do a bonus action spell, then it can any other thing can be a cantrip.
Got it.
Alright, Lily.
This is one of those situations I want to ask if I'm able to do this. Am I able to move forward a square and try to grapple the other one with my other?
You can try. You can certainly try.
You're a fucking beast. Is what you are.
The griffin will be pushed with you. So
Okay.
you basically have the griffin kind of
My
fluttering
God.
off the edge of the ship. I think there's is there like a rudder there? There's like a rudder. The griffin is trying to avoid the rudder. It's beating its wings to remain elevated. And yeah, Nizaroth is
Alright.
just like, he's going to have to go in a square now. He's going to be in this one. Like, this is where he's trying to drive the ship. But he moves over there and clears you out some room. You've got
Okay.
space there.
And I will do that.
Alright, so you're stowing your rapier and trying to grab this one too?
Yeah.
Okay. This is how you handle griffins.
Just
Alright, you try to grab it pushes back, breaks the grapple.
Second try. That's not gonna do it.
And
That'll work.
yeah, it kicks out of your grip.
All right, and then I guess I'll just try to drag this one, back onto the ship.
Alright, so how much did you use? You used 10
moved-
feet to
I
get
moved-
there. It's half movement speed.
Yeah, I have 40
10.
total movement.
20, 30, and you want to jump? That will be a bit of a jump there.
Sure.
Okay, we'll make an acrobatics check. It's gonna be... You're gonna like push the griffin into people. You grab the griffin, you kind of jump down there, dragging the griffin into Nizaroth and Than. What the hell? Nizaroth says. He's like barely hanging onto the helm, and the griffin's fluttering in everyone's face.
I'm still pretty pleased with that.
Alright, this griffin is just gonna try and break the grapple now. Alright, make an athletics check, Lily.
All right.
It doesn't want no more of this, it just wants to be free.
Aw.
Alright, it's going to break free, and it has not forgotten, Lily, what you've just done to it. It doesn't flee this one. It flies up, so it's above everyone in this space. And actually, it's going to fly over like this. It's going to come around like that. So it provokes from Rend. Just Rend.
Can I attack it with the meat?
If you have a melee weapon, you can attack it. Alright, Ren, that's a miss. Okay, the griffin flies around here and starts screeching viciously at you, Lily, trying to claw you and bite you and poke you with its beak. And, these griffins are strong. It hits you for 11 slashing. Alright, your shield kicks in once again, and the claw just hits your shield and does not damage you at all. And the griffin tries to poke you, screeching really loudly. And it's not doing anything. And it's perched on the side of the ship. And it's just gonna be going with you guys for now. Roderick.
At this stage, which one looks more tameable?
Oh,
You're right.
Still
this
gonna
one,
All right.
you could attempt to calm it down with your action and the animal handling check.
Yeah, I'll do that.
It's going to be difficult.
Nothing's gained by not.
Roderick, you almost start to calm it down, but it alright, you'll be able to do it, but it's going to come at a cost. You look down and you realize the griffin stops for a brief moment and looks at your beard. It sees a random piece of horse meat that got tangled up in your beard from one of the many horses that have been slaughtered. Maybe a piece of the dead horse from the Deadstone Cleft. And you'll have to allow the griffin to poke around in your beard.
That's what that smell was all this time. Couldn't place it. It's just lingering, you know? It was just lingering. It's been lingering for days.
So it's a success, but there's a consequence. What do you do? It's like stopped clawing Lily, and it starts to almost kind of purr and sniff and kind of look at your beard, and you see that chunk of meat.
Tilting its head to the side.
I'm gonna tell Rand. I think I'm gonna need to borrow that belt soon.
Do you want to? So yeah, do you want to let it poke at your beard, or?
Yeah, I'll let it.
All right,
my beard.
You'll have to.
I mean, I can't tell. It might just be enamored by the beauty of it. So.
Oh, it's definitely horse meat, Roderick.
Yep.
So you let it poke. All right, you just have to take a beak attack voluntarily from it next turn.
Sure. I'm willing to jump off a flying ship. I think a beak attack's fine.
All right, this griffin is going to screech, and it's just going to be staying there above Ren's square and clawing at Ren. And it hits you, Ren. Just need to move you a little bit to get your token, see your AC. All right, hits you for 6 slashing, and it screeches and tries to poke you with its beak. And it pokes you for 4 piercing. And it just stays in the square above you, flying about the same speed as the ship. It's keeping up with the ship, fluttering its wings. Feathers are going everywhere. Thomas.
Alright, I'll try to puke acid on these 2 injured griffins.
This guy is unconscious. He will wake up if he's damaged. That usually does it if you get acid puked in your face.
Alright, I'll shoot. Since he's unconscious, it's not affecting my range attacks.
No. They only annoy you if they're not incapacitated.
Shoot a firebolt at the one above Ren.
Okay.
Wait, one that's woke.
That hits. You've got a clean line of sight there. You fire out, the firebolt slams into the griffin. It ruffles its feathers, and the griffin's looking quite injured now. It looks like it's actually going to just book it now. It starts to veer off to the side. Alright, this one is just asleep, and it will remain unconscious. I think it's a minute. Or until it's awoken or attacked. Norin.
Since it's unconscious, I can move through its spaces. But
Yeah, it's not gonna.
Right.
Yeah, it's not gonna be able to stop you.
Alright, so 5, 20, 25. I'm gonna get up here by Rend, grabbing some food along the way. Might as well try to tame that one.
Okay. Make an animal handling check. If you fail, you just poke it in the eye with antlers.
Oh, nice.
Norrin, the Griffin Whisperer.
This is basically what my class is for. So, yeah.
It's you even alright. Griffins raised for an egg can be trained to serve as a mount, however, the training is very time consuming and expensive. Expert trainers, well versed in Griffin's legendary ferocity, are typically the only ones able to train and tame these creatures. And Norrin, you just make eye contact with the Griffin makes eye contact with you. And it kind of stops aggressively fluttering around and perches its claws on the side of the ship and bows down to accept you as a rider. As long as you'll give it some horse meat eventually.
Yeah, I'm more than willing to do that, I think.
You've tamed the Griffin.
We've killed so many horses and left them around all the place.
Do you want to jump on it?
I'm out of movement.
Okay, well that's anticlimactic, isn't it?
He still wants to.
I want to, but I'm out of movement, so there's that.
Alright, Trout, he loads a ballista and he points it at that Griffin. Watch out, Norrin! I've got a clean shot!
Telekinesis him.
Don't shoot.
It takes an action to aim, an action to load, and an action to shoot, so he's a little ways off from shooting. Alright, Nizaroff just, he's like trying to grab onto the helm still, it's like so much happening. He just says, this is all Cupid! I need to fly this damn ship! Get him under control! Rand.
Alright, I guess I won't pull the eagle out of the line. Since that one's still asleep, these other two are... I'll just move over here. And yeah, I'll just leave that at the moment.
Okay, you start to calm down a bit from the fight. Than.
Alright. I will I'll grab some of that meat and say a quick little prayer to my God, and not for guidance or anything, just a prayer. And I will try to calm this Griffin down and try to entice it to...
Okay, go for it. Make an animal handling check. Gonna be difficult. And the Griffin just screeches in your face.
Such luck. Alright, I'll bonus action, put the help action on it, just in case it's needed.
Okay.
Pass turn.
Just in case it needs a beat down. Alright.
right.
Still going for the meat in my beard, isn't it?
It is.
Oh yeah, maybe.
It is. Alright, Jarek.
Alright, let's see if we can do this again. I'm going to move over just to where Thomas isn't in the way. And then I'm going to fire a few bolts at this other one, since it doesn't seem to want to be tamed.
Hey, which one?
Well, it does want to be tamed. It's going for the meat in my beard.
This one right here. This one.
Yeah.
This one is going... Roderick's got it under control.
Roderick has that one under control?
Yeah.
Mostly.
Well,
almost entirely.
it's about to be under his control.
Just after it bites my beard.
He's about to. He's trying to.
It's about to.
And they're all asleep.
It's in the process of being tamed, like I described earlier.
Alright.
Channeled spell.
Lily.
I'm going to also try to animal handling to tell it to obey Thon. I pretty much have to crit this because I have no bonus to animal handling.
So you can make it worse as well. If you fail, then you're making it harder to tame these things.
Oh, I didn't think about making it worse.
Yeah, they don't like multiple people trying to...
Although Thon put the help action on it, right?
So yeah, you can attack it at advantage if you want.
Oh, not for checks, huh? Okay, I'll just leave it alone.
It's for attack rolls.
You can crit the sleeping one though if you hit it.
Oh yeah, this one's asleep, so it's not tamed yet. It'll probably be when it wakes up, it'll probably be very aggressive. All right, this griffin now, Roderick, it does stop for a sec, and you have to basically just let it peck your beard. So you present your beard to it, and it starts poking around in there, and it rips a big chunk of your beard off for 12 piercing damage.
How much health does my beard have?
All of your hit points come from your beard. All right.
Now craves dwarven flesh.
Yeah. You actually now have a big patch missing from your beard, Roderick. It looks very awkward, and you probably don't want to let the other dwarves see that, to be honest. But I'm going to break initiative now because everything's been dealt with. This one will wake up shortly, and it'll be pissed off.
Yeah, we should get more
Can
stuff around.
Can we try to calm it down when it wakes up?
Yeah.
Piece of meat.
You just start stuffing.
You could also try to tie it to like a mast, or tie it to where it can't just take off flying.
Yep.
Yeah. That might make it more difficult to tame it, though, wouldn't it? Be like panicking because it's tied down.
It might. Depends on how bad you want it. Once we get this airship down, I mean, if it's pinned down to the ground, it can't really do a whole lot.
Chop its wings off.
You'll be surprised how effective torture can be.
That's fucking hilarious.
I like to think
So,
outside
you know
the
what?
box.
Can I just try taming it? Can I put guidance on myself as soon as the spell's running out, or after a minute, and try to tame it? Just with
I mean,
food?
of course, you can try whatever you like.
He's gonna be super pissed off. I want to try using telekinesis while he's asleep and dropping him off the edge gently so he doesn't wake up.
Well, okay. Alright. I'm going to give Roderick control of a griffin, and I'm going to give Norin control of a griffin. And
Nice.
these are prize mounts as well. This is not an easy thing to come by. Griffins. And let alone tame. So, good job with that. Alright, well, you've all got different ideas for this one, but you will need to decide as a group what to do.
I really want to try taming it.
Correct. And if it wakes up and it's not dealing with you and calm me down, I'll put it back to sleep again. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Alright, Norin starts whizzing around and flying, soaring alongside the airship.
I just want to help action Thon for that.
Testing out my new wings.
Alright, you want to help him try and tame it?
Yeah, I want to use the help action on Thon to.
Well, you can't just use the help action, but you can try to
Assist me.
help him in some way, but what are you doing
Move.
to help him?
Massaging
It-
massaging his shoulders.
It might not be possible because
Massaging like the shoulders of the griffin. Oh, you're so
it
tense.
might make it worse, actually, if multiple people try to tame one of these things at once.
Keep passing him.
But if you can come up with something like without listening to these guys' ideas that
Yeah,
might
those
be
are pretty
feasible,
bad.
then
Do you
possibly you
have
could have
prestidigitation?
advantage.
You know what? I'll sing in a very calm,
Do you have prestidigitation?
slow way. Do it? No, I don't.
Okay. Well, if
Pretty
somebody
much
does,
everything I have would make him
if
very
somebody
angry.
does, they could make it look like horse meat.
Like,
If
or
somebody
they
had
could
it.
just put a fountain of sparks in his face.
Well, I'm sorry, because Griffins love horse meat, so.
Griffins are very aggressive, very territorial. You don't feel like singing is going to be a way to get to this thing's heart. They like to tear and shred the flesh off of creatures. They like to pluck creatures and throw them from heights to watch them fall to their deaths. They like
Do we have a
to...
dead barbarian?
I can. Are you getting ready to do this now? This whole try
Well,
to
you
tame
said it's lasts for a minute, right? So I'm getting prepared
It does. So I'm going to give you a bardic inspiration.
Oh, sweet.
Level of
That is an effective type of singing. That will definitely help.
Yep. I'll get the old.
Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And can that be in combination of a
minutes.
guidance or no?
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright, so Dan's gonna have inspiration. Lily, you can't think of
Nope,
anything
sounds
that
like
can
nothing
help?
I can do will help, so.
Yeah, I mean, you have to really,
Moral support.
especially not
Moral
being
support.
proficient in animal
Telepathically
handling.
tell me,
It would be
give me confidence.
yeah, it would be a
Oh,
waste.
there's an idea. Before you wake him up, can I could cast the telepathic bond and include the griffin?
That might freak it out too.
Telepathic wand
So that the griffin could talk to him?
on the griffin. Let me see. Willing creatures.
willing
Yeah, you
creatures.
can't be willing if you're unconscious.
I tried.
Thank
Alright.
you for the effort.
Okay, so you just waiting for this thing to wake up now?
Pretty
Is that the
much.
plan? Okay.
Plan.
Alright, it wakes up and we'll roll initiative. Because this thing is aggressive. It ain't just
Right about that.
waking up slowly. It's waking up, screeching, kicking. Rah! Rah! Starts to look around and everyone gets to react in due time. Lily.
Lily points at Thon.
Alright. Yeah, I guess the idea is to wait for Thon to try and tame it. Ren, you've calmed down. You look over, Trout just nods at you and just says, if shit goes AWOL, I got a clean shot. And he's got the ballista pointed at it.
Give him the thumbs up, and then we'll see what.
Actually, Trout's going to be over on this one because this one's got a chain attached to it with a harpoon. It ain't going nowhere, he says.
God dang, Thon.
What's the bardic inspiration?
Alright, Thon, you get a 34. This
You
one
marry
just,
the griffin.
he just like knocks Roderick off and then the all nearby griffins around you
All
in a
the
10-mile
griffins.
radius
All the
approach you calmly. Ah! And they bow to you, Than.
Fantastic.
Okay, so alright. It's still not that simple. You've tamed the griffins for now. However, you'll need more animal handling checks. At the end of each additional day, someone will need to try and handle them. And to try and keep them. And it will it'll take 3 consecutive animal handling checks to keep one of these tamed and loyal for the long term.
So would they be considered willing now?
Probably not, because they're barbarian griffins. I don't think they will like magic very much. You might spook them. And they're only loyal to their handlers. They are fiercely loyal creatures, but yeah, they'll be aggressive to everyone else. They will, yeah, they can bond with a master for life. And they would fight to death to protect that rider. But these ones, you know, you've managed to sway them otherwise. But yeah.
Ooh.
They're only going to be... This one will be loyal only to Tharn. This one will be loyal only to Roderick. And then Norin. They are monsters, these things. They're not animals. Monstrosities. But, given time,
Cool.
you can get them tamed. And they're tamed for now. Alright, with that, you guys continue traveling and can all take a long rest because there's no more events that happen throughout this day. You arrive at Mirabar the next morning. Alright, you guys sleep on the airship overnight and You haven't entered Mirabar yet. You're just flying above Mirabar.
We're gonna need to buy some horses.
Yeah, for the meat.
Yep.
It's like
What is
the
horse
pet
meat?
store and buying
At the
mice.
end of this day, yeah, you guys will have to be there to handle these animals again. Otherwise, they're going to just start going crazy. They'll probably just fly off, most likely. They might try and throw some people off before they leave. They're pretty aggressive creatures. Alright, well, you're above Mirabar. Lily's making a phantom horse for them to eat.
Yep.
They taste like... What is the phantom steed? Is it just it's a horse-like creature? Yeah, it's basically...
Huh, yeah, doesn't say what it's made of.
It's not very tasty, but it's a thought that counts. All right.
So we know they've been under threat. Can we look down before we approach? Is there any signs of fighting or?
Mirabar? Oh, no way.
Oh no, that was
That was Evelania. Mirabar is like it's never fallen. There have been attempts, but it's always held its ground. It's an impenetrable fortress. If Mirabar fell, then there would be no hope for any other civilization in favoring, basically. Okay, Lily does a telepathic bond on everyone. So, you've all got that bond. Oh, and also I just realized the telepathic bond won't work on the Griffins anyway. They're not very smart. They've only got 2 intelligence.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They're good hunters, though. They got high wisdom.
Oil and dumb.
Basically, yeah. Now, what did you want to do with your Phantom Steed there, Lily?
It just hangs out. I didn't have a plan. It's mostly for the one of us who has mounted combat if you ever want.
Okay. Alright, well, it's like a ghost horse, basically. Ghostly horse.
Yeah, it's just there for him if he ever wants it. I'll randomly cast it for him to be a...
Okay. You can always, So, you can always sacrifice it or something. Got a good history with that.
I'm just gonna leave Phantom Steeds throughout the realms.
so Nor can ride it around the ship. Or is it gonna climb down the ladder?
You'll throw it off, I'm sure. Alright, well, you guys are above Mirabar. Okay, when you're on Mirabar, there are dwarves dressed in full plate, riding griffins themselves, in fact, that come to just check you guys out, and they clear you guys really quickly. So just to make sure that you're not...
It's an airship full of griffins and adventurers. It's common.
Well, not necessarily, but they just check you out, make sure you're not attacking Mirabar or spying or anything like that. But yeah, you've got Fellbaron dwarves, you've got Roderick, you've got many, you got members of the Harpers. You guys are good, so they just check you out, and they say that you can stay in the airspace for a while, but you'll need to either land or move away. You can't stay here like more than a day, basically. You can dock in Mirabar. What was that?
Yeah, I was just asking if they have someplace we can park the ship.
Yeah,
Do they?
the Mirar River. Like this ship is also, it's not just an airship, it's also a sailing ship. A little mini sailing ship. It can dock. And airships here are not so uncommon, in fact. A lot of people will be surprised and impressed, and it's not like something super crazy though, unseen or unheard
A
of.
Lamborghini.
Yeah, you've got a
People have
Lamborghini.
them.
So is that what you guys want to do? You'll have to pay a small docking fee.
Should be
If we want to blow the horn.
I'll
Do we
presume
need supplies or anything first?
that's what you guys do.
Well, we need horses to feed these things, or horse meat. Can probably find
Okay.
horse meat at the butcher.
You dock at one of
Taking
these
them with us
docks.
through the- Can we even take them with us through the portal teleport?
Yeah, we can take up to 10 creatures. So there's 7 of us and three griffins. So yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna leave my horse behind?
What
Well,
about
yours
two?
runs an hour, doesn't it, anyway?
Yeah, it's probably already going.
Oh, it only lasts for...
because I knew we'd bring.
That is a ritual spell though, right, Lily?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah. It would only stick around
It
for an
doesn't
hour.
stick around.
Alright, well anyway, alright, you guys come down here and dock, and you need to pay taxes, and just cross off 10 gold. That'll cover you guys.
Alrighty.
It's expensive, very expensive for taxes, but it also includes docking the airship here.
Can we also buy some smith's tools to have on the ship? I can't carry them around as well because I'm weak, but
Which tools?
that's the
Smiths?
proficiency. Smith's tools.
Yeah.
That's the proficiency.
Smith tools are like, I think, 15 gold or something, whatever they are in the PHP.
20 is what I saw.
20.
But yeah.
So, alright, cross off another 20 and add those Smith tools to your inventory, Roderick, if that's what you're...
Can I keep them like on the ship?
Yeah, they can be on the ship as well. Alistair will look after them. No problem. I've got all sorts of tools here. I've made a few more repairs as well. The balloon's looking a little bit better. I'll need many more days to work on it. And it'll cost you guys another 20 for those repairs as well. So a total of 50 spent so far for everything that just happened. And
What about Go ahead.
I was just saying, and he's repaired one more hit point from it's 1 hit point per day on the balloon.
What about trying to buy another bag of holding?
You would need to spend 5 days to try and find someone who can get you one.
Yeah.
You gotta
Item shop.
You'd have to locate a seller. You'd have to go to a meeting. You'd have to try and organize it. Even then, it's not guaranteed. But it's a possibility. It's up to you guys what you want to do.
I was just thinking, for you new Griffin owners, that these people probably have somebody who could help you with bonding the Griffins to you. They've probably got a stable master here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should check for those dwarves.
They have an eyrie where they train their griffins. You can inquire about having them trained. And
Yeah.
you guys actually need to learn how to fly them yourselves, because at the moment no one is proficient in riding them. And yeah, you those of you that tried would not feel comfortable riding them. And you probably want to get some saddles and reins as well.
Yeah, so we should go to that place, the area, and see if they can help us out.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, okay, so it looks like you guys will be here for a few days or something then. Alright, there are these cliffs. This is the area over here. There are a few like cliffs that dot the surrounding region of Mirabar, and this area is like elevated about 1,000 feet above ground level. There is a road that just kind of winds around and around, and you make your way up to this area, and there are a number of griffins here in a pen, and you you see griffins taking off from the area, flying about, and you meet with this retired Civilar. She actually used to be a captain of Waterdeep's Griffin Cavalry. And she also makes it known to you all that she's a member of the Emerald Enclave. I don't think anyone else here is a member, though.
Nope.
Her name is Deshara Keldabar. And she, let me grab her token, actually. Alright, she tells you a pretty terrible story. Deshara does. Okay, she's an elf. And, well, she's got a big griffin as well. Her griffin is like on steroids, by the way. All right. Dashara Keldabar. She says, griffins. I've always had an affinity for them. I used to work for the Waterdeep Griffin Cavalry, but I wasn't very much accustomed to city life. And she is an elf. She's a wood elf. So here. This is so Griffin. Alright, she says, so I moved north to Fireshire. It's quite a stone throw away. Have any of you ever been there to Fireshire? So Fireshire is it's like west of Icewind Dale. It's like the first town before you'd reach Icewind Dale. In this adventure, no one has been here. I don't know if anyone
Can't say that I have.
lives up there from their background or anything. Oh, and I don't think you'll be able to say that in the future either. It was destroyed by frost giants. They attacked Brinchanda. When the defenses held off there, they moved westward, and they decided to destroy all the smaller villages along the coast. Luckily, I lived a little bit north of the village, and I had my griffins, and some of my mercenaries, my bodyguards, took the griffins, and with myself, we tried to defend the city by firing down arrows, but frost giants, they threw back rocks, and we had to flee. I have a friend here that runs the Eyrie, and they've given me somewhere to stay, but I yearn for Fireshire. I'm sorry to share this tale of tragedy to you all. You probably don't want to listen to this. But I can help you learn how to fly griffins. The training is 250 gold pieces and another 25 gold pieces per day. It will take 3 days of intense lessons. After then, you'll know how to ride your griffin and control your mount. I can also sell you saddles and reins.
Sounds good.
And one day perhaps your griffin will grow to the size of a Screecher here. And yeah, it's like a huge size griffin. It's massive, this thing. It's like
What do you feed? What do you feed Screecher?
horse.
Ah, is that their
Just one a day.
favored meat?
Oh no,
Meat?
Screecher here, she eats 3 horses a day.
Oh wow.
Surprisingly, horses have been in abundance lately. Apparently people have just been leaving them behind. It must be due to the giant threat, but I've found...
Well,
Yeah, it must be. We wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah, these poor horses, they would never gallop again. Their owners had just abandoned them, so it was the only right thing to do to feed them to the griffin.
Abandoned is a very strong word.
I know.
Alright,
Yeah, well,
let's settle down with that.
I just
Maybe
can't think of the
maybe
sort of
those
people that would
Avengers
do
left
that.
horses to rest.
Just some people are just terrible.
I'm sure.
But
How many
you
times
look
did you say
you look like you care for your animals.
Of course.
These are some fine griffins.
How many?
We will
times
happily
did you
pay
say
your
that?
fees if you will help us with our griffins.
Alright, so do you guys want to spend a week of downtime in Mirabar?
I mean,
Oh, that long a week?
Oh,
You said
it's
3 days.
well, a work week is 5 days, and 3 days is what it takes. And people want to buy magic items, by the sounds of it.
I mean,
Let's
how
go there.
urgent? I mean, it's pretty urgent. We get to do the giant thing, right? Or
Oh,
think
maybe
that-
we can just leave the griffins with her and come back another day when the adventure's over. And then just ride our griffins off to the sunset.
I mean, as cool as it would be to have a griffin, I mean, if it's not something that Norn would actually.
We
do
are
that.
pressed for time.
Well,
so maybe
yeah,
this is-
You guys feel like 5 days at the moment, you're in a good spot. If you needed to spend 5 days, then it might be wise
do it.
to be
Let's do it.
prepared.
That way.
These going ons have happened for several months so far. So, I mean, more than 5 days would probably be a worry, but you feel comfortable by spending the next 5 days to prepare yourselves.
Yeah, and then maybe Ren can find his item.
Okay. Alright, I think Jarek wants an item too. Alright.
Yeah, Thomas will find something.
So, Roderick, Norin, and Than. The three of you have griffins. Would you like to all undergo the training? You won't be able to do
Yes.
other downtime. Alright, so it costs you guys $750 for the training plus 75 each per day. 75 each on top of that. So that's alright. And the reins and saddles make it 1,000 gold. You've got saddles and reins and all that. Saddle bags. And
Problem.
you guys spend the 3 days intense training, 12 hours a day, learning how to rear these griffins. And every time your griffins get out of hand, this motherfucker just squawks in their face.
Shit.
You just say, settle the fuck down.
It's an alpha griffin, so it keeps them in their place. All right, so the three of you are off doing that. There you go. I'll put you guys on this big griffin. Knock yourselves out. All right, I'm going to go around the table now, one at a time, and see what everyone else wants to do for their 1 week of downtime. You can use the Xanathar guide rules. You can buy a magic item or whatever else. I think there's like handouts actually somewhere in this campaign. Maybe in chapter something. Anyway, if you're unsure, if you need some ideas, I'll let you know some things that you can do. All right, we'll start off with Thomas. If you're not sure what you want to do and you need more time, just pass, and then we'll skip on to someone else and we'll come back around to you. All right.
I just want to try to find some goggles at night.
Okay. All right. So to do that, it costs you 100 gold pieces. You know how it works, all right? Costs 100 gold pieces. It's a persuasion check. For every extra 100 gold pieces you spend on top of the additional, the initial 100, you get another +1 bonus. And it's an uncommon magic item, so the DC is 15, and it's between 100 to 600 gold pieces.
What do you guys think? Should I spend gold for Head of the Bone?
Do whatever you want, man.
Sure.
Yeah, how much we got?
Spend whatever you want. Like, seriously.
Yeah,
Just get
with
your shit.
platinum, we have about 8,500.
Heck, we got a 1,500 gold piece clock to sell if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we'll do a plus. So
Plus 20.
Plus 4. So 500 total.
All right. Also, add another 100 gold onto that because Alistair will be fixing the airship for the entire 5 days. So cross off another 600 from the party loot and make a persuasion check. And you had a +4. That's a 16.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
made it.
All right, so you spend the 5 days, and it's laborer's work. You're literally every day. You're going to a meeting. You're finding a buyer, a seller. You go around in a circle. You have to go to this fancy dinner to try and meet this renowned adventurer who's just come back from their expedition
Starbucks every morning.
to find goggles of night. They went on a brave quest for these goggles, and all right, I'll just check a couple of things. Okay, and eventually, after all the runaround, you can buy the goggles for 300 gold.
Alright. I'll do that.
And they're stylish. Stylish AF.
I'll have a light on when Lily's got a channel play.
Alright, I'll give you a handout for those goggles. They're not attunement. Oh, it looks like someone have goggles tonight already?
Yeah.
Raymond, right?
Norin.
Norin.
Okay. Alright, look how they're so good. So nice. Alright.
I'm just imagining how those make you look.
Thomas
that
is
color?
expecting sunglasses and then he gets these like he's expecting a set of Ray-Bans or something. Alright.
Like the ones I'm wearing in my.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, they're yours. Don't require attunement. Done. Alright, now in your training. Alright, Lily, what would you like to do for your 1 week?
Would it be okay if I went at the end?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, then you're doing the training. And also, those of you that do training, just make a note somewhere that you're proficient in riding griffins. Add that to your proficiencies or something. Roderick, you're learning as well. Rend, you're up next. What do you want to do with your 1 week downtime?
If we can afford it, I'd actually like to look for a bag of holding.
Sure, it's an uncommon item. It's the same thing. It's a persuasion check. You have to spend 100 to search. For every extra 100 you spend, it's a +1 to the persuasion. DC is 15.
So, how much do we want to spend for plus? Just 2? Is that okay?
You want to get just a +2?
Need.
It'll be 300 if you do that.
Nobody objects.
Okay. Alright, you spend 300. Yep, you got a +2 bonus to this. Make a persuasion check.
Nice.
And yeah, it's you get ever so
Plus
close.
3.
You just basically get run around for the entire 5 days. You spend 300 gold searching, and at the end of the day, you just get scammed basically. No bag of holding, I'm afraid. You're the last person you talk to. Right,
Classic.
But there'll be more opportunities in the future. Who knows? You might find one along your travels. Anyway. Alright, Jarek, do you want to look for a Ruby the War Mage?
I do.
Alright, it's exactly the same deal. It's a lot cheaper for a common though. It's like super cheap and it's super easy to find. So yeah, the DC is 10. How much do you want to spend?
I'll spend 100.
Okay, you spend the base amount for no bonus. Make a persuasion check. Or did you want to spend 200 for a +1 bonus?
Sure, I'll spend 200 for the +1 bonus.
Alright.
You talked me into it.
Cross another 200 gold off the party loot and make a persuasion check with a +1 bonus. Easy peasy. They oh, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't go down that well. Alright, they have the item available for 60 GP.
60?
Yep, 60.
Oh, okay.
Nothing bad can come from this. You have to do it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, you going for that?
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Alright, cross off
It
another.
seems like it's very cheap.
It's actually more on the expensive side. It would be
Okay.
between 20 to 70 gold pieces.
All right.
It's definitely not cheap. Alright, you do the deal. And so cross off another 70 from the party loot. And we find out that it's a fake.
It's a fake.
It's a fake. And you know who planted it as well. It looks just like the real item. It checked out up until the point when you tried to attune to it. And it was planted by a Zentaran.
We knew a few of those.
You know exactly who this is, because they have a flying snake kind of fly past and drop off to the airship. A single tuft of fur. The sort of fur that you would wear if you're in a very, very cold location. Like we're talking Sea of Moving Ice location. And there's a note in which the fur is wrapped up in. And it says...
You guys remember this guy, right?
It says...
Fucker that got away.
Yeah,
it says... yeah, it's no Rawn. It just says like, haha, that'll teach you for stealing my scroll. Things are about to get worse for you all. He leaves you guys a threat.
Oh, I hope he tries something. Fuck that guy.
Alright, so yeah, you feel like the Zentarum are aware of your presence here in Mirabar. Anyone could be an informant. But unfortunately,
Very well.
that was a complication that you get. There is a 10% chance of complications. You got unlucky. But you do have a shiny red piece of worthless crystal. Worth 70 gold pieces, or 60 gold pieces. And he must have done a swap, so he must have your actual one, Jarek. So you would hope to
We'll
get
probably have
that.
his dead body when we're done.
Yeah, you'd hope to get that from him when he tries something. Alright, it's just back to Lily now.
I think my plan was just to spend the week getting spells together, scribing them into my...
Yeah, you can feasibly spend 40 hours of non-stop scribing if you like. Did you want to try and use a library or buy some more scrolls?
Let's see. Not a scroll, no. I think just scribing what I have at the moment.
Yeah, if you've got plenty of scrolls and stuff. Are you scribing from scrolls or spell books?
No, from a spell book.
Okay. Yeah, if you're scribing from a spell book that you found, then you can just go ahead and just cost you the ink or whatnot. You've got 40 hours and you can calculate that and figure all that out.
Alright, I'll go ahead and figure that out.
Alright, so you've spent 5 days in Mirabar. You guys have been doing some preparations and some training. And you guys have all met back at the airship. You've just been staying on the airship. Unless you guys really wanted to stay in a tavern or something. But Than, Roderick, and Norin have become proficient in griffins. Some people got down on their luck trying to find magic items, and others got scammed and threatened. Thomas has some cool new goggles, and Lily's been hitting the books. This is 5 days later now, so make sure you're all fully rested. And it's been looming on the back of everyone's mind.
So the other thing I was going to do is set up a contingency.
Yeah, what do you want to do for that?
I'll do blink.
Okay. And
for
so
the trigger.
So the trigger is blinking, and what was the spell you like to do?
Well, there was I liked your plan of casting contingency to cast contingency, but no. Can I set the trigger up to be? I guess just when I say in Elven, trigger my contingency.
Sure.
All right. How about I enact my contingency?
You can make it whatever you want. As long as it's
you've activated my trap card.
You've activated my trap card.
And then I proceed to blink to the material plane.
Okay, alright, you set up a blink spell, and you've got a command word for it. Alright, so, it's 5 days later, it's been looming on the back of everyone's mind. You know that there's still a giant threat. You couldn't be in a safer place in Faerun, though, and you start to hear whispers of some sort of war that's broken out to the east. There are some rumors on the street that there have been some attacks from fire giants in the Silvery Moon area, which pushes you to act even quicker now to try and get the ordning back into shape. You know that Everlund will hold up. Everlund is full of the nation's most prominent spellcasters. But even then, you don't know what the fire giants have in store, so you need to move quickly. And you've got this conch shell. You know you need to blow it. So is everyone ready?
Ready?
Do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so.
You'll
Do
be
I
able-
kill any frost giants first, or any?
In the
Cloud
extra 2 days, would there have been any chance to get barding?
Yeah,
for
you
the
can. You
griffin?
can.
Other thing?
Yeah, you can get some armor for the griffin as well.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It's
How
4
much?
times the regular price of armor. Whatever that
So,
is.
my research. The most cost-effective is like scale mail, be 200 gold, and gives them 16 AC.
Okay. Yeah, that gets custom fit for the griffin, so they're able to wear it.
Yep.
Good.
There's a disadvantage on stealth for the griffins, but
All right.
So how much is the?
200 each.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. Or we can go like full plate for 6k each.
A griffin in full plate. All right, that'll be.
That would be.
It's like
Just
just
like you jump off the airship and you sink.
just fucking go
Just
dive bombing down.
flat on the
If it's,
ground.
unless it's mithril.
Yeah,
that'd be
if
kinda
it was
cool.
mithril, then they could easily wear it.
Yeah.
That'd be the dream, eh? Just mithril armored griffins.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
We've got a mithril belt. We just need like another.
We have a
200.
new quest.
It just reminds
Cancel
me
all
of
others.
the in this other campaign. They're like fighting these sharks that have like this special like shell plate mail on, and then they wanted to like raise like an army of dolphins, and like the druid put like full plate on the dolphins and let them loose, and they just sunk down into the ocean and drowned.
That's so
And they spent like so much gold getting this armor as well. It was hilarious. Anyway,
Golden drown.
all right.
Cast water breathing on the dolphins to save them.
All right. If you do need to make any other preparations, then you can do it. You know,
Buy a
in
net.
between the session or whatnot. If you want to buy anything, you've got everything from the player's handbook at your disposal. And then before we wrap up tonight's session, you'll just need to decide who's getting teleported. It could take 10 people.
Us and a few random strangers in town.
Well, the griffins count, right?
Well,
Oh, we're
the
bringing
seven
them?
of us.
They'll be
the seven
slaughtered
of
right
us
away.
are griffins.
No, we're done with the griffins. We'll just leave them here.
Well,
I'm sure
no,
they'll
we're
be
taking-
here when we get back.
We'll find
You
some
spend all that time training the griffins, and you're like, you just leave the griffins there.
more. Just leave them.
Oh.
That's what we
Yeah,
do.
well, Noran's gonna take his griffin.
All right. Nora's taking his griffin. That's 8.
Can we? My griffin's coming.
Okay, you got 2 griffins then. So one
Yeah.
more.
Hey, you.
And
Hey,
we
we-
can take the construct.
TikTok.
Alistair says, "No, you cannot."
That's
I'm pretty sure we can.
Alistair's or whatever his name is.
I wear TikTok when I sleep. He says. Don't look
Yeah,
at me
we're
like
gonna be
that.
sleeping naked.
All right.
Do we want to bring house or?
Nah.
So you're
bring my,
taking,
griffin as
I
well.
think you'd be better off at the ship.
2 griffins.
Or we could set up a tourism scheme, charge someone if they want to visit the Storm Giant King. It's like Elon Musk's SpaceX thing. It costs a lot of money.
Okay, you've got 9 of you. So if
Just curious. So we're ready to go to this now, or
I mean, yeah.
don't we have other giants we should be killing?
well, the
We can
idea
buy
is
griffins as well.
that you're
The
going to
goal is
fix
never
the
to
ordning.
kill giants.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you won't be able to kill them all. Well, actually, you probably could, but
it'll just take some
Not
time.
not before they did, not before they took out a whole lot of cities and stuff. So
We could
Sorry.
attune to another conch and bring another 10 people. We could get 3 people attuned, bring 30 people, go to some pub and hire a bunch of people.
Come and see the Storm Giant King.
Do they have to be willing? Yeah, we just go in, blow it, and bring a whole bar with us.
This is how you're gonna fix the
Like,
ordering.
congratulations, you've all been recruited.
Yep.
You're going to the bar and blowing? Is that what you said?
You know.
Alright, so just happy with that? You don't have to take 10 people, or 10 creatures.
What about the third griffin?
Yeah, we'll take my griffin.
Okay, you take all 3 griffins. Alright, you mounted up on the griffins, they've got their armor. And Roderick, you just do this on the airship, you're on the deck. Alistair, TikTok, the Dragon Cultists, and the Fell Baron Dwarves are going to look after the airship for you guys while you're gone. They wish you the best of luck. And it's just disturbing looking at Roderick because he's got this big patch of his beard missing and it just hasn't grown back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really should have borrowed the belt from Rend in our downtime.
To lick your back.
Alright, yeah, Ren's putting you to shame, Roderick. Anyway, you guys think that you've got
Major.
bigger things to think about. And Roderick blows on the conch. And that's where we'll end the session.
Conch?
Or whatever you want to blow on, Roderick. I'll leave that up to you.
Ren.
Well, I don't know. Hey, it's your character. Alright.
is that what they're calling it these days? The magic
So
card.
roll
That's what the kids are
handling
calling
for
it. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, you guys are whisked away. And you arrive in Maelstrom, the court of the Storm Giants. That's where we'll start off next week's session.
Cool.
Are we having a session next week? I thought we were gone.
Oh yeah, it'll be the week after. Oh, it's a big one then. It'll be a 2-week wait. Make sure you're all rested up, and if you need to do any more purchasing or whatnot, you're in a town, so go for it.
I mean, I think Norn is just happy to have a mount that Norn will refuse to leave this mount behind. We're not. I'll take it
You
everywhere.
want to use that cavalier thing for some sweat level.
Well, you'll
Well,
definitely
yeah,
never have
that-
horses again now, you know, at least that's
Yeah,
Well,
That's
we
for
will,
certain.
but we don't have to very long.
we will, but there'll be food for the griffins.
well, yeah, you've got places to feed the griffins all over Faerun. It was meant to be. You were setting this up. All right, guys.
Have a good week.
I'm gonna see you all in 2 weeks. Take care, everyone. I'll see you guys
Have
then.
a fun birthday.
Have a great trip.
Thanks, guys. Bye bye.